Chapter 86. Then Suchin grabbed the black fragment again. Picked up. Planting dimension. Fragment X1. 2, 10. Fragments are not enough, cannot be used. Suchin guessed that the planting dimension was probably used to grow things. He had a lot of seeds on him. If he could collect all of them, he could plant and obtain a lot of food. Food was a very scarce resource in the apocalypse. If there was a constant supply of food, he could even build a colony. However, there were only 2 planting dimension fragments, and it was still far from collecting all of them, so he gave up on the idea. After that, he walked back to the tower-like young man, looked at him and nodded slightly. You've recovered quite well. The wounds on the tower-like young man's body had begun to scab, and it would not take long for him to fully recover. This was the magical effect of the healing potion. Big brother, thank you for saving me. The tower-like young man thanked Suchin. He seemed to feel that his sincerity was not enough and wanted to kneel down to Suchin. Okay, let's talk about it in the car. Suchin quickly stopped him. He was not used to the young man kneeling down to him. Admittedly, he had saved his life, but he did not need to be so grateful. The 3 of them walked to the car, and Suchin ordered the intelligent chariot to continue on the original route. The intelligent chariot received the order and slowly moved forward. When this scene fell into the eyes of the 2 tower-like young men, they were extremely shocked. They had seen a MCV before, but they had never heard of a MCV that could talk and drive itself. Big brother, your MCV is so magical. I have never seen it before. The little girl blinked and kept looking inside the car, her eyes full of curiosity. Suchin smiled and did not explain. He had too many strange things on him. She would slowly get used to it when she had more contact with it in the future. Big brother, don't you want those energy stones? Seeing the intelligent chariot run more than 100 meters in the blink of an eye, the tower-like young man's face was pained. There were 30 or 40 zombies that were killed, which meant that there were more than 30 or 40 energy stones. Even the lowest level of ordinary energy stones was an unimaginable amount of wealth to him. However, Suchin didn't seem to care about him at all. He actually left directly, which made him extremely puzzled. There will be plenty of opportunities to mine energy stones in the future. Furthermore, I guarantee that you will mine until your hands go numb. The corners of Suchin's mouth twitched as he revealed a meaningful smile. With his current strength, if he wanted to kill zombies and dig out energy stones, it would be extremely easy. Besides, he didn't care about zombies with less than 100 in number. Even if he wanted to kill them, he had to choose a small group of zombies. Only then would he be able to kill them and pick up more fragments. Of course, he didn't mention this point. Once the Iron Tower young man found out, he might be scared to death. The towering youth didn't doubt Suchin's words because he knew that Suchin was a level 2 spirit reader master. The strength of a level 2 spirit reader master was beyond doubt, and he was qualified to say such words. My name is Suchin. Suchin took a deep breath and said, What are your names? How old are you this year? Chingu. My name is Shur Danyu. I'm 16 years old this year. This is my sister Shur Duo. She's 7 years old this year. The tower-like young man introduced. You're only 16 years old? Suchin's face was full of suspicion. He unconsciously glanced at Shur Danyu, but he didn't feel that he looked like a 16-year-old. Big brother Chun, my brother is really only 16 years old. He just looks old. Seeing Suchin's face of disbelief, Shur Duo explained. Chapter 87. Suchin did not want to dwell on this issue, so he asked, Which colony are you from? Chenggu, we came from Vajra City, Shur Danyu replied. Hearing this, Suchin frowned slightly. Why aren't you guys staying in King Kong City? What are you doing here? Vajra City was about 100 miles away from here, and Shur Danyu and his sister were ordinary people. Wouldn't they be courting death if they came so far? Shur Danyu sighed and explained, We couldn't afford to pay the energy stones, so we were kicked out. So that's how it is. Suchin suddenly realized. In order to stay in the colony safely, one had to pay a certain amount of energy stones every month. This was a rule that every colony had. Otherwise, why would the colony protect you if you didn't contribute at all? However, there was one thing that Su Chen could not figure out. With Sherdaniu's physique, it was possible for him to find a job or join a mercenary team. Why couldn't he earn the minimum amount of energy stones? You didn't find a job? Or join a mercenary team? You couldn't earn any energy stones? Su Chen was puzzled and asked. I used to be able to, but not anymore. Sherdaniu clenched his fists as he said this, and a hint of anger appeared on his face. Sherdaniu, who was beside him, was also fuming. Seeing Sherdaniu's expression, Su Chen guessed that he must have some hidden troubles, but he did not ask. If Sherdaniu wanted to say something, he would say it. If he didn't want to say it, he wouldn't force him. After a while, Sherdaniu finally spoke. Later, Qin Lang from Tongfu Chamber of Commerce took a fancy to my sister and wanted to buy her. I didn't agree, so he secretly played tricks and didn't let me work or join a mercenary team. Without any income, we were kicked out. What's Qin Lang's background? Su Chen asked. Qin Lang is a steward of the Tongfu Chamber of Commerce. The Tongfu Chamber of Commerce is the largest chamber of commerce in King Kong City. I heard that they have a close relationship with the city lord's mansion, Sherdaniu replied. Why would he want to buy your sister? Su Chen felt a little strange. Sherdaniu was only 7 years old and looked so frail. What could he do with her if he bought her? Wasn't she a little too young to be a maid? Sherdaniu's face immediately flushed red. She looked abnormally ashamed and resentful. She bit her lips and said hatefully, "Because he is a big pervert." Sherdaniu's face was also filled with righteous indignation. He gritted his teeth and cursed. Yes, he is a scumbag. Scum. I don't know how many girls he has harmed, but the younger they are, the more he likes them. Motherf ****. After understanding what was going on, Su Chen couldn't help but curse. Sherdaniu was only 7 years old, yet Qin Lang wanted to ravage her. Is he even human? He was worse than an animal. Su Chen secretly swore that he would destroy Qin Lang no matter what when he went to Vajra City this time. Don't worry, I won't let Qin Lang go when I go to Vajra City this time. Su Chen took a deep breath and said resolutely. Ah! Sherdaniu was shocked. Qin Gu, you want to go to Vajra City? And you want to kill Qin Lang? Although he couldn't wait to cut Qin Lang into pieces, he also knew that Qin Lang had the support of the Tongfu Chamber of Commerce. If Su Chen dared to act recklessly in Vajra City, he would definitely attract a fatal disaster. Qin Gu, don't be rash, Sherdaniu hurriedly advised. Su Chen sneered. Let alone a mere steward of the Tongfu Chamber of Commerce. Even if it was the Castellan of Vajra City, Huang Can, I would still kill him if I don't like him. Hearing this, Sherdaniu and Sherdaniu were dumbfounded. Su Chen didn't even care about the Castellan Huang Can. Huang Can was a level 3 evolver, a super strong person with unparalleled strength. Even if Su Chen was a level 2 spirit reader, he definitely wouldn't be a match for a level 3 evolver, right? Moreover, he was in the Castellan's territory and had to face the siege of countless strong people. He would probably be blasted to pieces in a single move. Chapter 88. Su Chen's words were not without reason, nor was he boasting. He had absolute confidence in himself. A level 2 evolver, a level 2 all-element spellcaster, and a level 2 spirit sorcerer. The combination of these three made his strength unparalleled. Not to mention, he also had the violent thunder technique which had been fused with the godly thunder technique. Therefore, even if he faced a level 3 evolver, he was confident that he could kill him. Chen Gu, you have to think twice. Sherdaniu tried to persuade him again. In his opinion, Su Chen was a level 2 spirit sorcerer at such a young age. His talent was extraordinary, and he was definitely a rare cultivation genius. However, such geniuses often had a common problem, which was that they were arrogant and thought that they were the most powerful people in the world. Sherdaniu was now worried that Su Chen would suffer losses or even lose his life because of this. Well, take the time to rest. When we reach King Kong City, there will be a good show to watch. Su Chen did not explain anything. He sat in the driver's seat and closed his eyes to rest. Sherdaniu and Sherdaniu looked at each other and sighed at the same time. They both knew that they could not change Su Chen's decision, and in their hearts, they were prepared for the worst. After all, their lives were saved by Su Chen. If something happened to them on this trip to King Kong City, they would return their lives to Su Chen. The intelligent war chariot had been running for more than 10 minutes when the alarm suddenly sounded. Warning! There is a MCV ahead that is speeding toward us. It is estimated that we will encounter it in 1 minute. Su Chen opened his eyes and glanced at the central control screen. When he saw a blue dot coming toward him, he frowned slightly. Warning, the MCV is infinitely approaching. 50 meters, 30 meters, 10 meters. At this time, the intelligent war chariot sounded the alarm again. Stop the car, Su Chen ordered. He got up and left the seat, and his face became gloomy. No matter what the other party was here for, they had undoubtedly delayed his time in entering King Kong City, which made him very angry. After the intelligent war chariot stopped, the MCV also stopped in front of the intelligent war chariot. Then, 2 men in yellow clothes got off the MCV and kept looking at the intelligent chariot. Su Chen opened the door and got off the car. He glanced at the 2 men and coldly snorted. What are you doing here? Why did you become my road? Does this road belong to your family? I'll do whatever I want. What can you do about it? Among the 2, a youth with a crew cut sneered and walked towards Su Chen. Hearing this, Su Chen's eyes gradually narrowed. Judging from the other party's tone, it was obvious that he was here to pick a fight. However, their luck was obviously not too good. They actually dared to take the initiative to provoke him. The consequences could be imagined. Boy, your car is not bad. I've taken a liking to it. How about exchanging my car with yours? The other bald man came forward with a sinister smile on his face. Although he was using a negotiating tone, the machete in his hand was dangling, full of threat. It seemed to mean that if you know what's good for you, you'd better agree. Otherwise, don't blame the machete in my hand for being merciless. It seems that you want to rob me? Su Chen rubbed his nose, and a cold light flashed in his eyes. Boy, don't be so shameless. Do you know who we are? If we tell you, you'll be scared to death. The youth with a crew cut threatened. The reason why they were so unscrupulous was that they relied on their identity and strength. Secondly, seeing Su Chen's young age, they believed that Su Chen was not a powerful person. Chen Go. They're from the Tongfu Chamber of Commerce. Shi Daniu suddenly reminded him at this time. Everyone from the Tongfu Chamber of Commerce would wear a special yellow shirt, which was very distinctive. Shi Daniu recognized it at a glance, and at the same time he was a little worried. Chapter 89. You are from the Tongfu Chamber of Commerce, so you should know Qin Lang, right? Su Chen looked at the bald man and asked in a low voice. He was planning to find trouble with Qin Lang, but he didn't expect the people from the Tongfu Chamber of Commerce to come to him. This was interesting. Of course, I know Steward Qin. The bald man replied and then said arrogantly, Our Tongfu Chamber of Commerce is one of the top forces in King Kong City. Since you know our identity, you should know what to do, right? I know what to do. Su Chen's mouth curved into a strange arc. Without warning, he grabbed the bald man's neck and lifted him into the air. Woo-woo. The bald man was suffocated. He struggled desperately but couldn't escape from Su Chen's evil clutches. Boy, you dare to attack? The youth with a crew cut was horrified. Su Chen made the first move, which was something he did not expect. Besides, judging from Su Chen's performance, he was definitely an evolver, and most likely a level 2 one. The bald man was a level 1 evolver. If not for Su Chen's strength, he wouldn't have been unable to resist. I'm going to attack. What can you do to me? Su Chen sneered disdainfully and then increased the strength of his grip. The bald man's eyes turned white from the pinch. Seeing that the bald man was about to be strangled to death, the youth with a crew cut gritted his teeth and shouted at Su Chen, Boy, I don't care who you are. If you dare to hurt the people of the Tongfu Chamber of Commerce, you will not have a good ending. Is that so? Su Chen snorted and suddenly exerted his strength. With a crack sound, the bald man's neck was broken and his head drooped down. Su Chun casually threw him and the bald man fell to the ground like a dead pig. How dare you kill someone? The youth with a crew cut was so scared that he trembled and a layer of cold sweat appeared on his forehead. Sherdaniu, who was in the car, also had a face full of shock. The people of the Tongfu Chamber of Commerce were not ordinary small fries. How could Su Chun kill them just like that? Wasn't he afraid that Vajra City would take revenge on him? In addition, there was a trace of doubt in his heart. Su Chun did not seem to have used spiritual power just now. Could it be that he was a powerful evolver? What's done is done. Why do you have so much nonsense to say? Su Chun turned around and looked at the youth with a crew cut before slowly walking towards him. Don't come any closer. The young man with the crew cut shivered and retreated in fear. Every time Su Chun took a step forward, his heart would beat violently. As the distance between them continued to shrink, he could no longer bear the pressure, and a puddle of stinky liquid was left under his feet. Please let me go. I'll give you all my energy stones and this MCV. The young man leaned against the MCV and begged for mercy. Su Chun remained unmoved and approached the crew-cut youth step by step. Killing one was killing, and killing two was also killing. According to his style of doing things, he would never let the other party go. But after inadvertently glancing at the MCV, his expression suddenly changed and he muttered, "Is this Wu Yang's MCV?" He still remembered clearly that when Li Liang drove the MCV in a panic and hit a boulder, causing the MCV to be damaged. There was a big dent in the front of the MCV. There was also a big dent in the front of the MCV in front of him. He also found that the MCV came from the Tianan gathering place. All signs indicated that this MCV was probably Wu Yang's MCV. Then why was it in the hands of the Tongfu Chamber of Commerce? Did something happen to Wu Yang? How was Tan Lin? Su Chun did not dare to think about it. He pulled the crew-cut youth to his side and asked loudly, "Where did you get this MCV?" Chapter 90. I'll tell you, but you can't kill me. Under Su Chen's gaze, the young man was scared out of his wits, but he still clenched his teeth and tried to escape. You are not qualified to bargain with me. Su Chen's face darkened. He reached out and grabbed the young man's arm, squeezing it hard. Crack! His arm was actually broken by the claw. Ah! The young man screamed like a pig being slaughtered. Sherdaniu, who was in the car, saw this scene. He swallowed his saliva and thought to himself, Chun Gu is really an evolver, but he is too cruel. Su Chun attacked one after another. First, he killed the bald man. Then he broke the young man's arm, showing his ruthless side incisively and vividly. This caused Sherdaniu to feel a deep sense of fear in his heart. Shut up! Su Chun scolded, then grabbed the young man's other arm and threatened. If you don't tell me, I'll break your arm too. Don't do it, I'll tell you everything. The young man begged for mercy and said quickly, A man named Li Liang sold it to us. Li Liang? Su Chun frowned. He couldn't figure it out. Even if the MCV was sold, it was Wu Yang who had the final say. What right did Li Liang have to sell it? Why did Li Liang sell the MCV? And was he alone when the MCV was sold? Su Chun asked again. The young man had learned his lesson this time and hurriedly replied, He was alone, but I got a message that those people with him were put under house arrest by the young governor. What? Su Chun was shocked and hurriedly asked, When did this happen? Where are they under house arrest? More than an hour ago, I was placed under house arrest in the young city lord's mansion. The young man with a crew cut replied truthfully. Su Chun narrowed his eyes as a monstrous killing intent spread out from his body. He smashed the youth's head with a punch and then rushed to the car. Satoshi, full speed to Vajra City. He didn't know why the young city lord wanted to put Wu Yang and the others under house arrest, but as long as they were under house arrest, they would definitely be in danger. He had to get there as soon as possible. Yes, the intelligent war chariot replied and accelerated toward Vajra City. Sherdaniu originally wanted to say something to Su Chun, but when he saw Su Chen's gloomy face, as if he was about to kill someone, he didn't dare to say anything. Master, we are about to arrive at Vajra City. Half an hour later, a huge city appeared in front of them, and the intelligent war chariot reminded them. Suchun glanced at Vajra City, then turned to Sherdaniu and asked, Daniu, is there only one entrance to Vajra City? Chan go? You can only enter Vajra City through the city gate, and outsiders have to pay energy stones to enter, Sherdaniu replied. Satoshi, go to the city gate, Suchun ordered and then asked, how much is the fee? 1 ordinary energy stone per person, and another 10 if the MCV follows. Suchun nodded and took out 13 energy stones from his storage bag. Soon, the intelligent war chariot stopped at the city gate. Because the appearance of the intelligent war chariot was too eye-catching, it immediately attracted the attention of many people. As soon as Suchun got out of the car, a fat man asked him, Brother, are you selling this MCV? The price is negotiable. Suchun didn't bother to pay attention to him and walked straight toward the guards at the city gate. F***CK. Don't be so arrogant. The fat man was ignored by Suchun and snorted with a gloomy face. 3 people and a MCV enter the city. Suchun walked up to a guard, explained his purpose, and handed him 13 energy stones. Chapter 91. The guard took the energy stone and weighed it in his hand. Then, he glanced at Suchun and asked, Where did you come from? The gathering place of the birds. Suchun did not think much and replied. Hearing that Suchun came from the flying bird colony, the guard rolled his eyes and said with a fake smile, The price to enter the city has changed. Each person needs to pay 10 energy stones. If the MCV enters, it will be an additional 100. The reason why he dared to ask for such an exorbitant price was that he had received reliable news that the flying bird colony was besieged by a large number of zombies and would fall soon. In his eyes, Suchun was a refugee, and a very rich one. Otherwise, he would not have such a flashy MCV. Therefore, he wanted to take the opportunity to extort a sum of energy stones from Suchun. Say that again. Suchun's pupils suddenly shrank, and a faint murderous aura surrounded his body. He was not stupid, and he quickly guessed that the guard must be blackmailing him. Was he blind? Did he really think that he was a soft persimmon? The guard seemed to have sensed it. Under Suchun's gaze, he took a small step back and warned, Boy, this is King Kong City, not a place for you to mess around. If you can't pay the energy stones, get out of here immediately. Suchun was originally suppressing his anger, but because he was in a hurry to enter the city, he did not want to lower himself to the guard's level. He did not expect that the guard would take advantage of him, and his anger was completely ignited. F***CKU. Suchun slapped the guard's face and sent him flying. Accompanied by a blood-curdling scream, the guard slammed into the city wall and slid to the ground weakly. His face was already badly mutilated. Hiss! Witnessing this scene, the onlookers gasped in unison. The originally noisy and bustling city gate also fell into a strange silence at this moment. F***CK. Is this guy crazy? He even dared to kill the city gate guard. This boy is dead. After a long time, everyone slowly came back to their senses and pointed at Suchun, whispering. The fat man glanced at Suchun and muttered gloatingly, Serves you right. Who told you to act tough? Let's see if you can still act tough this time. Sherdaniu, who was in the intelligent war chariot, gently nudged Sherdaniu. She said anxiously, Brother, am I seeing things? Did Big Brother Chen really kill a guard? That's right. Sherdaniu gritted his teeth, his heart filled with despair. When he found out that Suchun was coming to Vajra City to kill Qin Lang, he already knew that this trip boded ill rather than well. But he never thought that it would come so quickly. Suchun killing the city guards was equivalent to challenging the dignity of the entire Vajra City. Vajra City would definitely take revenge on Suchun. Even if Suchun was a level 2 evolver, facing the wrath of a large city, the only outcome was death. As for him and his sister, Sherdaniu, there was no way out. Kill him. After the other city guards reacted, they all took out their weapons and rushed towards Suchun while roaring. Su Chun waved his hand and a gray wind blade whizzed out, killing the guards on the spot in an instant. A psychic caster. He's a psychic caster. Someone in the crowd shouted in shock, which then caused a fierce quarrel. How is that possible? He's clearly an evolver. Are you blind? Didn't you see that he's using wind magic? But how can a person be both an evolver and a psychic caster? Chapter 92. Sherdaniu and Sherduoduo did not say a word. They stood rooted to the ground like two wooden stakes, deep in shock. Compared to the others, they had to know more. Su Chun was not only an evolver and a magician, but he was also a level 2 divine psychic. Even though they had seen it with their own eyes, Sherdaniu and Sherduoduo still felt that it was a little unbelievable. Who dares to behave atrociously in my King Kong city? After receiving the news that someone had killed the guards at the city gate, a group of armored guards quickly rushed to the city. There were about 20 of them. The leader of the group was a burly red-faced man. When the fat man saw the guards coming, he was secretly delighted. No matter how strong this kid is, he won't be able to escape death this time. The red-faced man walked up to Su Chun, glanced at the guards' bodies on the ground, and snorted coldly. Kid, you killed them, didn't you? I killed them, Su Chun said calmly. Men, take him down. The red-faced man didn't waste any time. With a wave of his hand, 2 armored guards rushed towards Su Chun. Get lost! Su Chun waved his hand and a wind blade flew out. With a flash of gray light, the 2 guards who rushed up were beheaded and died on the spot. Arrogant! When the red-faced man saw that Su Chun dared to kill under his nose, he was furious. He pulled out his sword and slashed at Su Chun. Almost at the same time, Su Chun also punched out. The red-faced man was only a level 1 evolver, while Su Chun was a level 2-1. The two were not on the same level in terms of speed or strength. The red-faced man had just raised the sword in his hand, but before he could land it, his chest was hit by Su Chun's fierce blow. Then, with the horrifying sound of bones breaking, the red-faced man's huge body was lifted into the air and flew backward like a kite with a broken string. During the flight, he spat out a mouthful of blood, leaving a trail of blood along the way. My God! He is a level 2 evolver. Witnessing Su Chun insta-killing the red-faced man, no one could remain calm. At first, he had thought that Su Chun was just a level 1 evolver. He had never thought that he was a level 2 evolver and a magician. The more he thought about it, the more terrifying it was. No wonder Su Chun dared to kill people at the city gate without restraint. It turned out that he was relying on his formidable strength. They even thought that if it was a one-on-one battle, no one else in Vajra City would be a match for Su Chun other than City Lord Huang Can. On the other side, the red-faced man fell to the ground and spat out a mouthful of blood. His aura was extremely weak, and it seemed that he wouldn't be able to survive. Before he died, a voice screamed in his heart. Why is he still an evolved human? Why is he even stronger than me? I can't accept this. Previously, when he saw Su Chun use spells to attack, he subconsciously thought that Su Chun was just a magician. That was why he dared to attack Su Chun. Unexpectedly, Su Chun was also an evolved human, and his strength was higher than his, so he died without knowing anything. The remaining armored soldiers looked at each other in dismay. They were originally there to capture Su Chun, but when they saw Su Chun insta-kill their leader, they didn't dare to act rashly. Su Chun had shocked everyone with one move. Su Chun glanced around. Wherever he looked, no one dared to breathe too loudly. They were afraid that they would accidentally attract Su Chun's attention and get themselves killed. The fat man was so scared that he was trembling. He kept praying in his heart, God, please don't let him hear what I just said. Su Chun looked around and finally fixed his eyes on the armored guards. Chapter 93. Those who know where the young governor's mansion is, if you take a step forward, I can spare your life, Su Chun said loudly. He didn't know the location of the young governor's mansion, but these guards definitely knew, so he wanted to get the information from them. After the dozen or so guards looked at each other, they seemed to have come to an agreement and fled in all directions. They knew that they couldn't talk about the young governor's mansion. Once they said it, they would die. If they didn't say it, would Su Chun let them go? So they simply ran away. Can you run away? Su Chun sneered. His hands kept waving and wind blades shot out. At the same time, he released his mental power to bind the two closest to him. As screams resounded in the air, the guards who had fled died one after another. Only the two people who had been controlled survived. Do you know where the young governor's mansion is? Su Chun walked forward and stared at one of the guards. I can't say it. I'll die if I say it. The guard shouted in fear. Then you can die now. Su Chun didn't waste time. He raised his hand and smashed the guard's head. Then he looked at the other guard. Are you going to say it? The guard was so scared that he almost wet himself. He quickly replied, Don't kill me. I'll say it. I'll say it all. Su Chun nodded slightly and called to the intelligent chariot, Satoshi, come here. After receiving the order, the intelligent chariot quickly drove to Su Chun's side. Su Chun carried the guard to the chariot and put him in front of the chariot. He said coldly, You lead the way. If you dare to lie, I'll kill you on the spot. I don't dare. The guard shrunk his neck in fear and hurriedly pointed the way. The intelligent chariot sped up and rushed in a direction. After driving for about a kilometer, hundreds of guards suddenly appeared on the street in front. These guards were the elite troops of King Kong City. There were 3 level 2 evolutionaries and more than a dozen level 1 evolutionaries. It could be said that this lineup was enough to fight against a small zombie tide. Chun-gu, they are the main force of King Kong City. They are very strong, and there are many high-level evolvers among them. Shi Dainyu reminded Su Chun with a pale face. Just a bunch of trash. Su Chun was not afraid. While speaking, he took out the enchanted magic saber from his storage bag and walked out of the carriage. Chun-gu. Mu Dainyu's mouth quivered. Originally, he wanted to persuade Su Chun to leave quickly, but when he saw Su Chun's mountain-like body, an inexplicable feeling welled up in his heart. Facing hundreds of experts, Su Chun's expression remained the same. Could it be that his strength was so outstanding that he had nothing to fear? How dare you run amok in King Kong City? Brothers, take him down. Life or death. The hundreds of people on the opposite side exchanged glances with Su Chun. Then, a middle-aged brawny man came out of the crowd and shouted loudly. He held a giant axe and rushed toward Su Chun. Kill! For a moment, the battle cries were deafening. Hundreds of soldiers rushed over together like surging waves, setting off a monstrous killing intent. Just this aura alone was enough to make it hard for people to breathe. Su Chun's eyes gradually narrowed. The enchanted magic saber in his hand became restless after infusing it with wind magic power. When the soldiers rushed over, he swept out the saber. Chapter 94. The moment the blade slashed out, a huge gray wind blade whizzed out. The surrounding wind howled, the void shook, and the sky changed color. The middle-aged man at the front was wrapped in a violent killing intent. He was like a lone boat in a stormy sea that could capsize and be destroyed at any time. How is this possible? The middle-aged man was inexplicably terrified as he screamed at the top of his lungs. The power of Su Chun's blade was so terrifying that it gave him the feeling that it was much more terrifying than the powerful attack of a level 3 evolutionary. Moreover, what made it even more difficult for him to understand was, in this attack, the power of an evolver and a magic psychic was perfectly combined. Faced with such a graceful blade, the middle-aged man had nowhere to run or hide. He could only brace himself and block with his giant axe. In the next moment, the middle-aged man turned into a pile of mangled flesh and fell straight to the ground amidst the dense sounds of collision and flesh being pierced. Many of the guards who were following closely behind him also died. Especially the ordinary soldiers, their deaths were even more miserable. They were cut into pieces of minced flesh and scattered on the ground. Oh my God! Is he still human? Is he a devil or a killing god? The surrounding onlookers were shocked when they saw this scene. The rest of the guards were also shocked by the power of Su Chun's blade. A kind of fear spread in their hearts. They, who were originally charging forward aggressively, also stopped at this moment. Although they were all elite soldiers who had experienced hundreds of battles and had incomparably firm willpower, they still chose to retreat in the face of a terrifying existence like Su Chen. Su Chen's strength had exceeded their understanding. Not to mention killing dozens of people with a single blade, even a level 2 evolutionary had no power to resist. Was this something that could be stopped by a human? They were well aware that if they still dared to resist, they might not even know how they died. Gulp. The guard who was caught by Su Chen to lead the way swallowed his saliva. His legs trembled violently, and he directly sat on the ground. After witnessing Su Chen's terrifying attack, the psychological pressure caused by it was unprecedented. He really could not withstand it. Danyu, who was beside him, was also frightened, but it quickly turned into excitement. He did not expect Su Chen to be so powerful. This also showed that what Su Chen said before was not nonsense. He really had the strength to kill a level 3 evolutionary. At this moment, Danyu's hope of survival was reignited. There was a voice in his heart that kept shouting, "Big Brother Chen, you're too awesome." After the blade, Su Chen glanced at the group of guards and coldly shouted, "If you don't want to die, get out of here." He originally wanted to go to the mansion of the young city lord to find the whereabouts of Tan Lin and the others. If these guards were sensible enough to leave, he would not continue to kill. Hearing this, the guards were all frightened. However, they had to do their duty. If they were scared away, they would be punished and even lose their lives. For a moment, they were somewhat at a loss and fell into a dilemma. If you don't want to leave, then stay. Su Chen's expression turned serious, and he slashed out again from afar. This time, the enchanted divine blade was infused with fire magic. A fiery dragon emitting scorching heat wriggled out, and in the blink of an eye, it fell into the group of guards. There was a loud boom. The fiery dragon exploded like a volcanic eruption, and the terrifying power of fire raged. Chapter 95. Ah! Amidst the screams, dozens of people were burned and died on the spot. The weaker ones didn't even have a corpse left, turning into ashes. "Run!" Someone shouted, and the rest of the guards turned around and fled. In the face of death, duties and responsibilities were completely thrown to the back of their minds. A bunch of trash. Su Chen glanced at them coldly and sneered. He turned and returned to the intelligent chariot. "Stand up and continue to lead the way." Seeing the guard lying on the ground and shivering, Su Chen immediately scolded him. "Yes." The guard trembled and hurriedly got up to lead the way. The rest of the journey was no longer obstructed, and the intelligent chariot smoothly arrived in front of a manor. "Sir, this is the mansion of the young city governor," the guard said respectfully. Su Chen nodded. "What is the name of your young city governor?" It was disrespectful to call the young city governor by his name, but under Su Chen's gaze, the guard replied honestly, "Huang Junlin. You can go now." Su Chen dismissed him, got out of the chariot, and walked toward the gate of the manor. The guard ran away as if he had been pardoned. "Who are you? What are you doing here?" Outside the gate of the manor, two guards saw a strange man coming and asked loudly, "Is this Huang Junlin's mansion?" Su Chen walked forward and asked in a deep voice, "How dare you? How dare you call the young city governor by his name? Do you want to die?" One of the guards scolded and rushed forward to teach Su Chen a lesson. "It seems to be here." Su Chen whispered and waved his hand. A violent force came out of his body. The guard only felt a huge force hit him, and then his vision blurred. He hit the gate heavily and died with all his bones broken. The other guard was dumbfounded and stood in place, not daring to move. Su Chen didn't care. He walked to the closed gate and kicked it. The gate was suddenly torn apart. Then he walked into the yard. The loud noise quickly attracted a group of guards. They scattered and surrounded Su Chen. "Who are you? How dare you break into the young city governor's mansion? Do you want to die?" A bearded man pointed at Su Chen's nose and questioned, "Where is Huang Junlin?" Su Chun walked forward and released his mental strength. He instantly controlled the bearded man. You! The bearded man's eyes widened, and his face was full of horror. Only a spirit reader master of level 2 and above could do this without realizing it. Realizing this, his mind was in chaos. What's the situation? Why did a level 2 spirit reader come? This is the young city governor's mansion. Even a level 2 spirit reader wouldn't dare to act rashly, right? Could it be that this young expert in front of him had gone mad? Is he not afraid of revenge? Fall into a place of no return? Friend, I want to remind you that this is the young city governor's mansion. The bearded man forced himself to calm down and pointed out the stakes to Su Chun. Take me to Huang Junlin or die. Su Chun didn't talk nonsense with him. A strong, murderous aura spread out. The bearded man's face suddenly turned pale, and the other guards couldn't resist and retreated one after another. My patience is limited. Su Chun stared at the bearded man, his eyes flashing coldly. Feeling the breath of death, the bearded man surrendered. In the backyard. Chapter 96. Under the shocked gazes of the guards, Su Chun grabbed the bearded man with one hand and rushed to the backyard. In a large hall in the backyard, a young man in luxurious clothes with a sinister appearance slowly approached Tan Lin with a lewd smile on his face. Beauty, as long as you're willing to submit to me, I can consider sparing the lives of these two fellows. Dream on. Tan Lin bit her lips, feeling ashamed and angry. She kept retreating and was forced to the corner in the blink of an eye. Beast, let her go. Wu Yang was lying on the ground with blood all over his body. He gritted his teeth and roared, Huang Junlin, as the young master of the city, how could you do such a despicable thing? Aren't you afraid of being ridiculed by the world? Ha ha. Huang Junlin laughed wantonly and said disdainfully, in King Kong City, I am the god. Who dares to ridicule me? Huang, don't be so arrogant. Su Chun will not let you go. Chao Ran, who was beside Wu Yang, raised his head and roared. Chao Ran, are you a *king idiot? Li Liang stepped forward and stepped on Chao Ran. He sneered. Su Chun fell into the zombie horde and died a long time ago. Do you still expect him to save you? Ever since he knew that Su Chun attracted the zombie horde alone, he was sure that Su Chun had no chance of surviving. A level 1 evolver would never be able to resist the pursuit of tens of thousands of zombies. Nonsense. Su Chun will not die. Tan Lin stared at Li Liang and shouted. Li Liang smiled. Tan Lin, you have to face the reality. Su Chun will die. As long as you agree to the young master's conditions, you will enjoy wealth and glory in the future. Shut up, you despicable villain. I won't agree even if I die. Before Li Liang could finish his words, he was interrupted by Tan Lin's angry scolding. Huang Junlin, who was standing at the side, had an uncertain expression on his face. He snorted and said to Tan Lin, Beauty, my patience is limited. Since you don't agree, don't blame me for being impolite. With that, he turned his head and gave the two men behind him a look. The two men understood tacitly and quickly walked toward Wu Yang and Chao Ran. Huang Junlin, Li Liang, I won't let you off even if I become a ghost. Wu Yang knew that the other party was about to kill him. Before he died, he vented the anger in his heart. Old bastard, you dare to threaten me? Li Liang's face darkened as he kicked Wu Yang. Li Liang, you bastard. I'll kill you. Chao Ran's eyes were about to pop out of their sockets. He struggled with all his might, but he was too injured to move. He could only watch as Li Liang humiliated Wu Yang. Li Liang, stand down. We will send them on their way. The two men walked forward and signaled Li Liang to step aside. Li Liang spat at Wu Yang, sneering as he dodged to the side. The two men looked at each other and were about to attack. However, at this moment, a figure suddenly flew into the hall and landed heavily on the ground. When they saw that it was a cold body, and it was a bearded man, Huang Junlin and the rest were shocked. The bearded man was a level 1 evolved human. To be able to throw a level 1 evolved human like trash, the person who came must be very strong. Thinking of this, Huang Junlin and the rest looked out of the hall. In their line of sight, there was a tall and handsome young man. Why is he still alive? When he saw the person who came, Li Liang gritted his teeth and muttered. At the same time, his heart was pounding. Su Chun. Tan Lin was very excited. She shouted and ran towards Su Chun. However, before she could run a few steps, Huang Junlin grabbed her arm and stopped her in her tracks. Boy, you are Su Chun? You've got guts to actually dare to barge into my residence alone? Huang Junlin sized up Su Chun with a glance, his face darkening. Although he was a little afraid of Su Chun's strength, he was not afraid when he thought about the fact that this was his territory and he had a level 2 evolver and a level 2 magician protecting him. Su Chun glanced around. Even if he didn't know the specific situation, he could guess that Wu Yang and the others must have suffered a lot. I am here to take your life. Su Chun took a step forward, and an extremely strong murderous aura swept out, suddenly suppressing Huang Junlin and the others, making it hard for them to breathe. Chapter 97. What a powerful aura! The level 2 evolver's eyelids twitched. He gritted his teeth and stood in front of Huang Junlin to block him. Stop, or don't blame me for being impolite. Seeing Su Chun approaching step by step, he held a long sword in front of him and warned Su Chun. What are you talking to him for? Kill him. Huang Junlin shouted. Su Chun was arrogant and unscrupulous. He simply did not take him, the young city lord, seriously. How could he stand it? The level 2 evolver did not want to fight with Su Chun. After all, Su Chun was too intimidating and made him feel extremely dangerous. However, since Huang Junlin had given the order, he had to obey. Go to hell! The level 2 evolver mustered his courage and held the long sword with both hands. He slashed at Su Chun's head. Seeing this, Su Chun showed a disdainful sneer and slashed with his sword. In the next moment, the two swords collided fiercely. Crack! A crisp sound was heard. The long sword in the level 2 evolver's hand was split in half. How is this possible? The level 2 evolver was inexplicably frightened. He held the broken sword and quickly retreated. One should know that although the long blade in his hand was not a godly weapon, it was still made with special materials and could be said to be indestructible. In the past, he was the one who broke the weapons of others. He did not expect that there would be a time when his long sword would be broken by others. Su Chun was determined to kill. He would not let the level 2 evolver escape. There was a flash of blue light on the enchanted divine sword, and a dazzling lightning beam shot out and wrapped around the body of the level 2 evolver in an instant. Then, in a flash of lightning, the level 2 evolver turned into a charred corpse. Su Chun kicked the corpse away and turned to look at Huang Junlin. His eyes gradually narrowed. Huang Junlin was scared out of his wits. He said in a trembling voice, "Don't come over or I won't be polite to her." His original intention was to use Tan Lin to threaten Su Chun, but as soon as his voice fell, he found that his whole body was bound by an invisible force, and he couldn't even move a finger. You are a level 2 spirit reader master. As the young master of King Kong City, he was quite knowledgeable. He immediately recognized Su Chen's identity as a level 2 telekinesis master. What should we do? What should I do? Huang Junlin felt a chill down his spine. Thinking that Su Chun was not only a level 2 spirit reader master, but also had the power to easily kill a level 2 evolver, the fear in his heart reached its peak. You've realized it too late. Su Chun stepped forward and grabbed Huang Junlin's neck under his horrified gaze. But at this moment, a fireball suddenly shot towards Su Chun. The one who released the fire spell was the level 2 spirit reader master. He didn't make a move before because he knew that Su Chun was strong, and he didn't have the confidence to defeat him in one blow. At this moment, Su Chen's attention was focused on Huang Junlin. It was the best time to launch a sneak attack. Su Chun, be careful. Tan Lin was scared out of her wits, and her heart was filled with worry. It happened so suddenly, and the distance between the two sides was so close. Even if Su Chun wanted to dodge, it would be too late. Su Chun snorted coldly and raised his hand to catch the incoming fireball. It had to be said that the level 2 spirit reader master's timing was very accurate and also very sinister. Firstly, his attention was focused on Huang Junlin. Secondly, Tan Lin was right beside him. If he chose to dodge, Tan Lin would be easily hurt. However, his strength and methods were far more than what he had just shown. Chapter 98. He's dead. Seeing that Su Chun had dared to grab the fireball with his bare hands, the level 2 psychic mage was extremely agitated. One had to know that a level 2 fireball was extremely powerful. Even a level 3 evolver would not dare to act rashly. In his opinion, even if Su Chun did not die this time, he would be severely injured. Wu Yang's heart thumped as it sank into the depths of his heart. Using his physical body to resist a level 2 fireball was undoubtedly an act of suicide. He really did not understand why Su Chun would do such a thing. Chao Rant's face was also ugly. It seemed that he could not bear to see Su Chun die on the spot. He even closed his eyes. Li Liang originally wanted to run away, but when he saw this scene, he stopped in his tracks and muttered in his heart, "Su Chun, let's see how you escape this time." Just as everyone was having different thoughts, a golden light suddenly appeared on Su Chen's arm. At the same time, golden scales emerged from his skin, covering his entire arm and palm in an instant. Su Chun had used the golden scales on the arm. The main use of this secret technique was defense, and it could block attacks that were a level higher than the user's own. Dealing with a mere level 2 fireball was too easy. In the next moment, Su Chun grabbed the fireball and squeezed it, causing it to explode. This scene fell into everyone's eyes, and they felt that it was very unreal. How could the powerful fireball be so easily crushed? Could not even cause a ripple? Could it be that he was dreaming? Or was there something wrong with their eyes? Or was Su Chen's physical body so strong that it could ignore a level 2 fireball? For a moment, everyone held their breaths and stared at Su Chun as if they were looking at a monster. Su Chun acted as if he had done something insignificant. He flicked his finger, and after flicking away the ashes, he looked at the level 2 psychic mage. The moment he made eye contact with Su Chun, the level 2 spellcaster was jolted awake. He knew that Su Chen's strength was far beyond his imagination. He was afraid that even a level 3 evolver would not be able to do anything to him. If they continued to stay, their fates would definitely be miserable. Thinking of this, he broke into a run. However, he was a Dharma psychic master after all. His physique was only slightly stronger than a normal person's. How could he escape from Su Chen's grasp? A wind blade whizzed out from Su Chen's palm and caught up to the level 2 magician when he was only 3 steps away. The wind blade pierced through his back and killed him on the spot. On the other side, Li Liang knew that the situation was hopeless and wanted to sneak away. However, he was caught red-handed by Su Chun. His feet were entangled by the green vines, firmly nailing him to the ground. After eliminating the level 2 magician and restraining Li Liang, Su Chun once again turned around to look at Huang Junlin, sneering, "They're all dead. It's your turn now. You can't kill me." Huang Junlin was terrified. Cold sweat dripped down his forehead as he spoke with trembling lips. "My father is the mayor of King Kong City. He's a level 3 evolver." At this moment, Wu Yang also advised, "Su Chun, don't kill him yet." Su Chun was slightly stunned. "Why?" Wu Yang hurriedly explained. "Huang can only has one son. We can take him as a hostage. That way we'll have a chance to escape from King Kong City." Huang Junlin saw that there was hope for survival, so he added, "Yes, my father loves me the most. As long as you don't kill me, you can safely leave King Kong City." "That makes sense." Su Chun rubbed his nose and then broke Huang Junlin's neck without hesitation. Chapter 99. Wu Yang's words made sense, but Su Chun did not need any hostages. He had killed his way here from Vajra City. He had killed countless powerhouses along the way, and the people of Vajra City had long been frightened out of their wits. As long as he showed up in the city, people would be eager to hide from him. who was so tired of living that they dared to come out and seek death. Even the city lord, Huang Can, did not dare to show his face. He was probably hiding in some corner, trembling in fear. Wu Yang was dumbfounded. He really did not understand. He had already said so much, so why was Su Chun so stubborn? Was he not afraid of Huang Can's revenge? Su Chun knew what Wu Yang was thinking, but he did not explain anything. He only gave Wu Yang a reassuring smile. Then, he walked to Tan Lin and asked with concern, "Are you all right?" Tan Lin threw herself into Su Chen's arms and sobbed, "Su Chun, you're not allowed to leave me anymore. Don't worry, I'll stay by your side," Su Chen promised. He comforted her a little more and walked to Wu Yang and Chao Ran's side with Tan Lin. Wu Yang and Chao Ran were heavily injured. They were still lying on the ground, unable to get up. Su Chun took out 2 bottles of healing potion and passed them to them. "These are potions for healing injuries. Drink them quickly." Chao Ran drank them in one gulp. His nose twitched, and he cried out tearfully, "Su Chun, Chun Gu, you're finally here to save us. I almost died, sob sob." Chao Ran's crying caught Su Chun off guard. He thought to himself, "It's fine if Tan Lin cries a little. After all, she's a girl. Is it appropriate for a man like you to cry too?" However, he did not say this out loud. Instead, he comforted him. "Stay by my side from now on. No one will dare to bully you." Chao Ran stopped crying and hurriedly nodded. He had witnessed Su Chen's strength with his own eyes. At this moment, he secretly swore in his heart that he would follow Su Chun closely in the future and be a qualified little brother. Seeing Chao Ran's expression, Tan Lin wanted to laugh, but she covered her mouth and tried her best not to laugh. Wu Yang consumed the healing potion and quickly recovered his strength. He crawled up from the ground. "Captain Wu, tell me what's going on." Su Chen turned to Wu Yang. "It's all because of this bastard." Wu Yang pointed at Li Liang and cursed through gritted teeth. Then, he explained, "Originally, we were living well in King Kong City, but that bastard Li Liang somehow got wind of Huang Junlin's love for women. So, for his own selfish reasons, he betrayed Tan Lin and we were captured. Tan Lin's beauty was not below Yang Qian's. If a comparison had to be made, Yang Qian was like Dili Reba, while Tan Lin was like Gulanatsa. They were both the best of the best, so it was normal for Huang Junlin to be lustful. After figuring out what had happened, Su Chun looked at Li Liang, and his dark eyes were cold. He could imagine that if he had not come in time, Tan Lin would have been killed. And the culprit was Li Liang. The most hateful thing was that they all came from the same gathering place. In order to save them, he did not hesitate to take the risk of leading the zombie crowd away. Li Liang was not only ungrateful, but also took advantage of him when he was not there. He was a very treacherous person. Even if he died 10,000 times, it would not be enough to quell the anger in his heart. "Damn you!" Chao Yang also stood up at this moment, and after cursing at Li Liang, he rolled up his sleeves and said to Su Chun, "Chun Go, how do you want to deal with this bastard? Just say the word, and I will cut him into pieces." After being captured, not only was he beaten up, but he also almost lost his life. Naturally, he hated Li Liang to the core. Chapter 100. What else do you have to say? Su Chun stepped forward and stared coldly at Li Liang. "If you want to kill me, then kill me. What nonsense are you talking about?" Li Liang knew that he was going to die today, so he threw caution to the wind. He looked like a dead pig that was not afraid of boiling water. "Chun Gu, let me kill him." Chao Ran picked up a knife from the ground and rushed forward. Seeing that Li Liang was still so arrogant even when he was on the verge of death, he couldn't help but feel angry. "No hurry." Su Chun stopped Chao Ran. Killing Li Liang could vent his anger, but it was not enough to calm the anger in his heart. Su Chun smiled and said, "Don't worry, I won't kill you." "You won't kill me?" Li Liang was confused. He did not understand why Su Chun would spare his life when he had committed such a grave sin. Chao Ran and the other two were also stunned. They looked at Su Chun with puzzled eyes. The corner of Su Chen's mouth twitched, revealing a strange arc. Then he stepped on Li Liang and grabbed one of Li Liang's arms and pulled it out. Along with a cracking sound, Li Liang's entire arm was broken from the shoulder. His arm was forcefully pulled down from his shoulder. F***CK. Seeing this, Wu Yang's eyelids twitched. He finally understood why Su Chun did not kill Li Liang. It turned out that he wanted to torture him. However, with Li Liang's actions, receiving this punishment could be considered to be a well-deserved punishment. Although Tan Lin hated Li Liang, she could not bear to see such a bloody scene. She quickly turned her head. Chao Ran, on the other hand, was enjoying himself. To deal with a villain like Li Liang, he should use the cruelest way. Li Liang, who had lost an arm, let out a shrill scream and roared, "Su Chun, you're not human. Kill me if you can." Su Chun smiled faintly. "The game has just begun. How can I bear to kill you?" Hearing this, Li Liang's expression changed drastically. Tearing off an arm was just the beginning. What was next? Li Liang didn't dare to imagine. This time he was really scared. He loudly begged for mercy. "Su Chun, kill me. I beg you to kill me." Su Chun remained unmoved. Under Li Liang's terrified gaze, he moved again and broke off his other arm. Li Liang screamed like a pig being slaughtered. His head tilted to one side as he fainted. So useless. Su Chun curled his lips. With a flick of his finger, 2 wind blades shot out and cut off Li Liang's 2 thighs. Then, he took out a bottle of healing potion and poured it down Li Liang's throat. He also broke his tongue. The effect of healing potion was very obvious, but it didn't have the ability to regenerate broken limbs. The wounds on Li Liang's limbs healed quickly. His life was saved, but he became a complete cripple. Moreover, because his tongue was torn off, he couldn't die even if he wanted to. "How is it? Did you vent your anger?" After doing all this, Su Chun winked at Chao Ran. "Chun Gu is awesome." Chao Ran gave him a thumbs up. Su Chun was not only powerful, but he also admired this method of torturing people. "Chun Gu, I think we can use more methods." Chao Ran didn't do it himself. He still felt a little regretful, so he suggested to Su Chun. "Tell me about it." Su Chun rubbed his nose. Chao Ran coughed softly and said in a low voice, "Why don't we gouge out this guy's eyeballs?" Wu Yang, who was next to him, suddenly shivered. Previously, he hated Li Liang to the bone, but now he sympathized with him. Su Chun showed an admiring look and nodded. "Just one I will do. Let him see the beauty of this world." Chapter 101. Chao Ran understood tacitly and ran forward to begin the fight. He raised his hand and the knife fell, neatly gouging out one of Li Liang's eyeballs. Su Chun took a deep look at Chao Ran and said to himself, "I've never seen this guy so ruthless before. If he is properly trained, he will definitely become a qualified executioner." He even thought that if he were to establish his own force in the future and set up a torture hall, Chao Ran would definitely be the best candidate for the hall master. After completing the task, Chao Ran returned to Su Chen's side with satisfaction and asked with a smile, "Chen Gu, what should we do next?" Wu Yang and Tan Lin also walked to Su Chen's side at this time, but their faces were not very good. Would Huang can let them go after killing the city lord's son in King Kong City? Could they still walk away? Su Chun did not care and ordered Chao Ran, "Take Li Liang and follow me." Chao Ran did not ask much. He positioned himself as Su Chen's follower. Whatever the boss ordered, the follower would do. Then he carried Li Liang and followed Su Chun. Out of the manor's gate, Su Chun pointed to the intelligent chariot and said, "Get in, everyone. Chingu, you're back." Shi Danyu hurriedly greeted him. Seeing Su Chun come out of Huang Junlin's mansion unscathed, he finally breathed a sigh of relief. However, after seeing Chao Ran carrying a strange person in his hand, the expression on his face froze. "Su Chun, is this your MCV?" Tan Lin's eyes flashed. The eye-catching appearance of the intelligent chariot completely attracted her attention. "It's mine." Su Chun smiled and asked everyone to get in the car. After entering the car, Su Chen briefly introduced them to each other and waited until they were familiar with each other. He then asked Shi Daniu, where's Qin Lang? Shi Daniu knew that Su Chen was going to kill Qin Lang. He was excited and hurriedly replied, Chen Go, Qin Lang usually stays in the Tongfu Chamber of Commerce. Su Chen nodded and ordered the intelligent war chariot, Satoshi, go to the Tongfu Chamber of Commerce. Yes, master. After receiving the order, the intelligent war chariot ignited and drove in the direction Shi Daniu had pointed out. Su Chen, can your MCV talk? Can even drive itself? Tan Lin's eyes widened in surprise. The function of the intelligent war chariot was beyond the knowledge of this world. No matter who it was, they would be very curious when they saw it for the first time. Su Chen also smiled and said, Satoshi is a high-tech product. You will slowly understand it in the future. Tan Lin nodded as if she understood. Awesome. Chao Ran secretly clicked his tongue and thought, Chen Go is not only powerful, but his MCV is also so unique. Sure enough, the world of powerful people is not something ordinary people like us can understand. Although Wu Yang was also a little surprised, he soon became a little uneasy. Shouldn't they seize the time to escape from King Kong City? Why did they have to go to the Tongfu Chamber of Commerce? However, as the intelligent war chariot continued to move forward, he found another very strange thing. After traveling for such a long time, not only did no one come forward to stop them, even those who saw them were like mice that had seen a cat, quickly hiding. What was going on? Wasn't this King Kong City? Why didn't anyone come to make trouble when the city lord's son was killed? With this kind of doubt, Wu Yang drove for a while and suddenly found a large number of guards and skeletons lying on the street not far away. Chapter 102. The death of the guards was also extremely tragic. Some of their heads were separated from their bodies, some were charred, and some were even turned into pieces of minced meat. It was impossible to tell who had died. All in all, the scene was extremely bloody and brutal. Even someone like Wu Yang, who had seen such a scene before, was shocked. He even guessed that a super expert had barged into Vajra City and started a massacre. That was why no one came to arrest them. Thinking of this, Wu Yang felt that it was necessary to remind Su Chen. Su Chen, Vajra City has obviously experienced a catastrophe. Why don't we take advantage of the chaos to escape? Hearing this, Su Chen almost laughed out loud. The culprit of this catastrophe was himself. Why would he want to escape? However, before he could say anything, Shi Daniu beside him spoke first. Uncle Wu, those guards outside were all killed by Chen Gu. What? Wu Yang and the other two opened their mouths wide and exclaimed at the same time. Under the astonished gazes of the three, Shi Daniu began to describe vividly, from the moment they entered Vajra City to the moment they arrived at Huang Junlin's mansion. He did not miss a single detail. After hearing this, Wu Yang and the other two were dumbfounded. They knew that Su Chen was very strong, but they definitely did not expect him to be this strong. The power of one person intimidated the entire city and made it impossible to move. The experts were all frightened out of their wits and hurriedly avoided him. Even Castellan Huang did not dare to show his face when his subordinates were being ravaged and his son was killed. Obviously, he was afraid of Su Chen's strength. It was terrifying to think about. It was hard to imagine how powerful Su Chen was now. They finally understood why Su Chen was not in a hurry to leave. Su Chen was like an unparalleled god of death. If God or Buddha stood in his way, he would kill God or Buddha. He was an existence that could do whatever he wanted in Vajra City. Who would be tired of living and dare to challenge Su Chen? The facts also proved this point. Wherever Su Chen went, the people of Vajra City would retreat. Wu Yang swallowed his saliva as his mind swayed. He still vaguely remembered that when Su Chen first came to the Heavenly South gathering place, he was just an insignificant character. The winds and clouds changed, and the affairs of the world were impermanent. In the blink of an eye, Su Chen had undergone a magnificent transformation, becoming a super expert that he could not see the end of. What a monster! Wu Yang sighed from the bottom of his heart. Awesome! Chun-gu is awesome. Chao Ran also couldn't stop sighing. At this moment, he was so impressed with Su Chun that he could not find a suitable word to describe him other than awesome. Tan Lin's beautiful eyes sparkled, her gaze never leaving Su Chun. She always believed that the man she chose would sooner or later soar into the sky and reach a height that the world could only look up to. She never thought that this day would come so quickly. It was so fast that she felt like she was hallucinating. She didn't know if she was dreaming or not. Under everyone's gaze, Su Chun rubbed his nose and said to himself, "You don't have to look at me with such admiring eyes, do you? I'm a little embarrassed." Half an hour later, the intelligent war chariot came to a stop in front of a large shop. "Chun-gu, it's here," Sherdaniu hurriedly reminded him. Su Chun squinted his eyes and looked outside. He saw that the shop's door was tightly shut. There was a horizontal board with the words Tong Fu Chamber of Commerce written on it. "Daniu, come with me. The rest of you wait in the car," Su Chun whispered and got out of the car. Walking to the front of the shop, Su Chun lifted his leg and kicked out. With a loud clang, the entire door shattered into pieces. Chapter 103. In the shop, a few men dressed as shop assistants were frightened by the loud noise. When they saw that it was a young man who had smashed the door, they became furious. "Kid, where the hell did you come from? How dare you cause trouble in our Tongfu Chamber of Commerce? Are you tired of living?" One of the men pointed at Su Chen's nose and scolded. Su Chen didn't waste time talking to him. He raised his hand and shot out a wind blade, splitting the man in half. Spiritual psychic. When the rest of the people saw that Su Chun had killed without hesitation and had even used a spell to attack, they were all pale with fright. "Where is Qin Lang?" Su Chen glanced around and asked loudly. Under Su Chen's forceful gaze, these people felt cold all over. One of them pointed upstairs with a trembling hand. "Who are you?" At this moment, a middle-aged man with a wretched appearance walked down from upstairs. When he saw the mess downstairs and that one of his men had been killed, his face darkened. The Tongfu Chamber of Commerce had stood tall in King Kong City for many years and was considered one of the top forces. Someone had actually come to smash their door. How dare they? Especially when he saw that Su Chun was so young. The middle-aged man didn't hide the murderous intent in his eyes. "Chen-gu, he's Qin Lang." Sherdaniu clenched his fists and reminded him angrily. "So it's you." Qin Lang also recognized Sherdaniu at this moment. He snorted and walked down the stairs, then stared at Su Chun. "Kid, are you here to stand up for him? I'm here to kill you." A cold smile flashed across Su Chen's lips. Then, he released his mental strength and bound Qin Lang. Qin Lang felt an invisible force pressing down on him. He struggled desperately, but it was all in vain. Level 2 Spiritual Psychic. Qin Lang cried out in shock. He was a Level 1 Evolver, and only a Level 2 Spirit Reader or above could suppress him unknowingly. When he thought about how he had provoked such a strong enemy, his eyes were filled with deep fear. He begged for mercy loudly. "Friend, please be magnanimous. I'm willing to compensate you." "I don't care." Su Chun curled his lips and ordered Sherdaniu beside him. "Daniu, kill him." Qin Lang had been restrained to the point that he could not move. Could be said that he was at the mercy of others. It all depended on whether Sherdaniu could bear to do it. "Don't kill me. I beg you. Please don't kill me." Qin Lang's face turned green with fright as he screamed loudly. "Noisy!" Su Chun slapped Qin Lang's chin, causing it to cave in. "Chen-gu, do you really want to kill him?" Sherdaniu was a little nervous, his hand trembling as he held the chopping knife. Although he had killed a lot of zombies, he had never killed a human. "You don't have to do it." Su Chen's face darkened as he said in a low voice. "However, in this cruel post-apocalyptic world, if you can't even kill your enemy, what right do you have to live? Don't follow me in the future. To be merciful to the enemy is to be cruel to oneself." If Sherdaniu did not even dare to kill his enemy, Su Chun would not keep him by his side. Chingu, I understand. Shi Dainyu gritted his teeth and stabbed Qin Lang's lower abdomen. Continue. Su Chen nodded. Qin Lang was a level 1 evolver, and his vitality was much stronger than that of ordinary people. In addition, the knife did not stab him in a fatal position, so it was obvious that it was not enough to kill him with one stab. Shi Dainyu pulled out the knife and was about to stab him again when Shi Duo rushed over. Brother, let me do it. Chapter 104. Su Chun was surprised by Shi Duo's arrival. From what Shi Duo said, it seemed like she was here to kill Qin Lang. However, she was only 7 years old this year. She definitely had not killed anyone before. Shi Dainyu could not do it at the beginning. How could she do it? However, what happened next left him dumbfounded. He saw Shi Duo holding a small knife and rushing forward to stab Qin Lang's neck. Her decisiveness and viciousness made her seem like a cruel little witch. However, she was only 7 years old after all. How could she kill a level 1 evolved person? Even if she used all her strength, she could only leave a shallow wound on Qin Lang's neck. Damn it! Shi Duo pouted as if she was not convinced. Then she raised the knife and slashed down again. Just like the first slash, this slash was fruitless. However, Shi Duo was very persistent. She had a determination that she would not stop until she killed Qin Lang. If one slash was not enough, she would slash again. If 2 slashes were not enough, she would slash again. The cycle repeated as if it would never stop. F***CK. Su Chen was a little moved. The viciousness that Shi Duo displayed was even better than Chao Ran's. He could not help but think that if he really set up a torture chamber in the future, the position of the hall master might belong to someone else. Shi Duo slashed more than 10 times in a row. She was so tired that she was drenched in sweat and panting. Duo, let me do it. Shi Dainyu swallowed his saliva and looked at Shi Duo in a daze. At this moment, he felt that his sister had become extremely unfamiliar. Actually, he did not know why Shi Duo had changed so much. It was all because they had almost died in the hands of the zombies. If it were not for Su Chen's timely intervention, they would have become zombies even if they did not die. The main culprit who had forced them into such a dangerous situation was Qin Lang. Naturally, Shi Duo hated him to the core. Besides, there was another important point. Su Chun had said that if they did not kill Qin Lang, they would be chased away. Su Chun was not only their savior, but also their hope of survival. So no matter what, she had to help Shi Dainyu kill Qin Lang. Woo! Qin Lang continued to struggle as he screamed in his heart. I beg you, please give me a quick death. Originally, he still had a trace of desire to live, but after being tormented by Shi Duo, he completely lost the will to live. He only wanted to die quickly. Shi Dainyu fulfilled his wish and stabbed him in the chest, ending his evil life. Big Brother Chun, my brother killed Qin Lang. Can we stay by your side? Shi Duo looked up at Su Chun. Su Chun nodded and replied affirmatively. Of course. Shi Duo's performance was beyond his expectations. If he trained her a little in the future, she would definitely become his right-hand man. That's great. Thank you, Big Brother Chun. Shi Duo jumped up happily and returned to her innocent appearance. She was completely different from the image of a little witch from before. Su Chun patted Shi Duo's head twice and turned to shout outside, Captain Wu, you all come over. Chao Ran was the first to run over and licked his smiling face. Chen Go, what are your orders? Search the house and take whatever you like. Su Chen winked at Chao Ran and said, the energy stones are useful to me. Help me collect them. No problem. Chao Ran was so excited that his eyes turned red. The Tongfu Chamber of Commerce had excellent quality weapons and cultivation materials. He could take whatever he wanted. This was something he did not even dare to think about before. Chapter 105. After looting the Tongfu Chamber of Commerce, Su Chun and the rest returned to the car. Satoshi, let's go out of the city. Su Chun ordered and began to count the loot. The Tongfu Chamber of Commerce was still very rich. The total number of energy stones they looted was more than 3,000. However, the highest level was only level 2, and there were only 3 of them. Most of the rest were normal energy stones. With so many energy stones, Su Chun immediately upgraded the intelligent chariot. After consuming more than 2,000 energy stones, the intelligent chariot's overall length had reached 15 meters, and there was plenty of space. Its power had increased from 60 miles per hour to 100 miles per hour. Its detection range had also increased to 10 kilometers. Other than that, the lights and tires had also received a corresponding upgrade. The remaining energy stones were all refilled into the level-less Gatling gun. In addition to the original ones, the total number of energy stones refilled was more than 1,000. It was enough to kill more than 1,000 zombies below level 2. It was definitely a powerful killing weapon. Half an hour later, the intelligent chariot drove out of King Kong City. Warning: a large number of zombies has been discovered 3 kilometers ahead. There are more than 200 of them. Not long after leaving the city, the intelligent chariot sounded the alarm. Su Chun glanced at the central control screen and saw a bunch of red dots. Moreover, there were more than 10 blue dots in front of the red dots. Both sides were in a chase. Obviously, this group of zombies was chasing after these humans. Satoshi, chase after them, Su Chun ordered. Yes. The intelligent chariot moved at full speed. A few minutes later, Su Chun noticed that the red dots had caught up with the blue dots on the central control screen and surrounded them. As time passed, red or blue dots would disappear from the screen from time to time. Such a situation must have occurred because the group of humans and zombies were fighting, resulting in casualties. These people are not simple, Su Chun muttered. Surrounded by several times more zombies, they still had the strength to kill zombies. There must be a master among them. Otherwise, they would be torn apart by the zombies in a single move. When the intelligent war chariot was 200 to 300 meters away from the zombie horde, Su Chun ordered it to stop. At this time, the dozen or so humans were surrounded by a large number of zombies. Just as he had expected, there were indeed experts among the humans. One could see a magician continuously releasing fireballs. Each fireball could blow up a dozen zombies. Judging from the power of the fireball, it was likely that the attacker was a level 2 mage. Su Chun, do you want to go over and help? Wu Yang asked. In his opinion, with Su Chun's strength, as long as he was willing to help, killing this group of zombies would be a piece of cake. Su Chun thought for a moment and nodded. Then let's go and take a look. The reason why he wanted to go over was not to save the humans, but to kill some zombies and obtain some fragments. After the intelligent chariot drove over, it attracted the attention of many zombies. Soon, dozens of zombies roared and rushed over. Satoshi, crush them, Su Chun ordered. Roger. The intelligent chariot charged with full force, and all the zombies in front of it, without exception, were all sent flying. The dozen or so humans who were besieged were overjoyed when they saw the MCV rushing over. Taking advantage of the large number of zombies being attracted, they desperately attacked and tore open a gap. They ran desperately in one direction, and in the blink of an eye, ran a few hundred meters away. Chapter 106. Originally, there were still many zombies that wanted to chase after the humans, but they were stopped by the intelligent war vehicle. All the zombies were angry and attacked the intelligent war vehicle together. However, with the intelligent war vehicle's defense, as long as the zombies were not above level 2, no matter how many of them there were, they couldn't do anything to it. The intelligent war vehicle galloped through the zombie crowd as if it was in a no man's land. After a few rounds, there were only a dozen zombies left in the field. The other zombies were either crushed to death by the impact or crushed into minced meat. Is this still a MCV? Wu Yang was shocked and took a deep breath. He had never thought that a single MCV could kill so many zombies. Among the hundreds of zombies, there were not only ordinary zombies but also many level 1 zombies. Even level 1 zombies couldn't cause any damage to Su Chun's MCV, which showed how strong its defense was. Okay. Get ready to get off and dig for energy stones. After Su Chun stopped the intelligent war vehicle, he said to Wu Yang and the others. More than 200 energy stones were not a small number, so he naturally wouldn't give up. Moreover, there were still fragments waiting to be picked up. As for the remaining 10 zombies, they were just a piece of cake for him. They were not a threat at all. After getting off the MCV, Su Chun immediately used wood magic to fix a zombie in place, and then told everyone, "This zombie is useful to us, so don't kill it." Everyone was a little confused, but they didn't ask much and started to dig for energy stones. Su Chun narrowed his eyes, and soon a dozen fragments of different colors appeared in his eyes. There are also colorful fragments. Su Chen's eyes suddenly lit up. The value of the colorful fragments was very high. At present, there were two kinds of things that could be dropped, namely the upgrade gem and the fusion gem. No matter what kind of gem it dropped, Su Chun urgently needed it. Su Chun walked forward happily and grabbed the colorful fragment. Picked up fusion gem, fragment *1, 1-1. Fragments are full, ready to use. As soon as he finished speaking, a blue gem appeared in Su Chen's hand and he put it into his storage bag. Then he grabbed another purple fragment. Picked up Serene Pool Divine with fragment *1, 2-10. The fragments are not enough, so it can't be used. Although he did not know what the Serene Pool Divine Wood was, he guessed that it should be similar to the Wild Divine Thunder and the Desert Sandfire. The difference was that the Barbarian Divine Thunder could be integrated with thunder magic, the Desert Sandfire could be integrated with fire magic, and the Serene Pool Divine Wood should be integrated with wood magic. However, he still had to gather all the fragments before he could confirm whether or not it was a good thing. Then, he continued to pick up fragments. The third one was a black fragment. Picked up Level 1 Android Battle Wolf, Fragment X1, 1-10. Fragments are not full, cannot be used. Level 1 Android Battle Wolf was the first item that was dropped. Su Chun estimated that it was something similar to Mechanical Soldier. Due to the practicality and strength of Mechanical Soldier, he had some expectations for Level 1 Android Battle Wolf. The fourth fragment was also a black fragment, and it was a plant dimension fragment. There were already 3 fragments in total. The fifth fragment was a yellow fragment, and he obtained an explosive fruit seed. It wasn't very valuable, and Su Chun threw it into his storage bag. Chapter 107. While Su Chun was picking up the fragments, the people who had escaped before returned and gathered a few hundred meters away from Su Chun and the others. "Leader, we killed a lot of zombies. Are we just going to let them take advantage of us?" A middle-aged man with a dark complexion said unwillingly when he saw Wu Yang and the others digging for energy stones. An old man with white hair and a ruddy complexion squinted and said, "They killed so many zombies. Do you think it will be useful for us to go there?" "Dad, you worry too much." Behind the white-haired old man, a beautiful woman with a voluptuous figure wearing a tight red dress walked up. She snorted disdainfully and then said, "They were able to kill those zombies because of the silver-white MCV. It doesn't mean that they are strong." "You are right, Mississippi," the dark-skinned man echoed and rolled his eyes. "Leader, our flying bird colony has been attacked by zombies. Now we are homeless. If we can seize the opportunity to take the MCV, we will have the capital to make a comeback." As soon as he said that, the others immediately agreed. The powerful defense of the intelligent combat vehicle was obvious to all. If they could take it for themselves, they would not have to hide anymore. "Do you think people who can own such a MCV are simple?" The old man with white hair was still very worried. An ordinary man was innocent, but treasuring a jade ring was a crime. In the post-apocalyptic world, if one did not have a certain level of strength, no matter how good the things were, they would not be able to keep them. He knew this very well. Hearing this, the beautiful woman in red and the dark-skinned man looked at each other and then fell into silence. The beautiful woman in red suddenly raised her head as if she was not willing to give up. "Dad, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It is worth taking the risk." "I have an idea." The dark-skinned man thought for a moment and said, "We can go back and dig for energy stones to observe them. If they are very strong, we can just retreat. Otherwise, Speaking of this, there was a cruel smile on his face. His meaning was self-evident. This is a good idea. The old man with white hair nodded and said, "We will act according to the circumstances. Without my permission, no one can take action." Yes. The others agreed. Wu Yang, who was in the middle of digging for energy stones, suddenly noticed that the group of people who had escaped earlier were rapidly approaching. He frowned and shouted to Su Chun, "Su Chun, those people are back." After Su Chun picked up a yellow fragment, he raised his head and saw a group of people running towards them. Not knowing the purpose of the other party's visit, he gathered the others together. Soon, the white-haired old man led a group of people over and stopped 5 meters away from Su Chun and the others. After both sides looked at each other, Su Chun spoke first. "Everyone, what are you doing here?" At first, he thought that they were here to express their gratitude. After all, he had helped them before. However, when he saw the hostility in the other party's eyes, he rejected this idea. "Of course we're here to dig for energy stones," the dark-skinned man said confidently. Before he came, he was a little afraid. However, after seeing the appearance of Su Chun and the others, he was not worried at all. Among Su Chun and the others, except for Wu Yang, who was slightly older, the others looked to be in their 20s. There was also a little girl, Duo. How powerful could such a group of people be? "We killed the zombies. What qualifications do you have to dig for energy stones? Don't you have any shame?" Chao Ran's anger flared as he glared at the dark-skinned man and berated him. Chapter 108. "Boy, you better watch your mouth." The dark-skinned man's face was gloomy as he coldly snorted. "Most of the zombies here were killed by us. You guys just took advantage of us. Why can't I take back what belongs to me? I've seen a lot of shameless people, but you're the first one who has no bottom line." Chao Ran was so angry that the corners of his mouth were trembling. The dark-skinned man and the others had indeed killed zombies, but only a few dozen at most. Now, they actually dared to boast that most of the zombies were killed by them. This level of shamelessness was really rare. Duo and the others were also filled with righteous indignation. Duo angrily shouted, "The zombies were clearly run over by Brother Chen's MCV. Are you blind?" Being insulted by a 6- or 7-year-old girl in front of him, the dark-skinned man felt embarrassed. She glared coldly at Duo and threatened fiercely, "Little B****, are you tired of living?" As he spoke, he was about to rush up and teach Duo a lesson, but he was stopped by a look from the white-haired old man beside him. "Leader, since they don't know what's good for them, there's no need to be polite." The dark-skinned man didn't quite understand why the white-haired old man wanted to stop him. After all, the white-haired old man had a lot of experience. When he saw that Su Chun and the others were all fearless, he muttered in his heart. Logically speaking, with Su Chun and the others' age, even if they had some strength, they definitely wouldn't be that strong. This was because the path of cultivation wasn't something that could be achieved in a day. It required day after day, year after year of disdain and hard work. Su Chun and the others were too young, so they definitely hadn't cultivated for too long. Naturally, their strength wouldn't be that strong. But for some reason, he faintly felt a faint murderous intent lingering around them. And the one who gave him this feeling was a young man with an indifferent expression from beginning to end, Su Chun. The white-haired old man couldn't figure out what was going on, so he didn't let the dark-skinned man act rashly. Sizing up Su Chun, the white-haired old man slowly said, "Many of the zombies were also killed by us. This is an indisputable fact. It's only natural that we come back to dig for energy stones." Since he couldn't figure it out, he decided to test it out. Su Chun sneered disdainfully, and then said sarcastically, "If we hadn't arrived in time, you would have lost your lives. Now that the zombies are dead, you come back to snatch the loot. Do you think I will agree?" **T. The beautiful woman in red stepped forward, pointed at Su Chen's nose, and cursed. Then, with a cold and arrogant expression, he said, "With our strength, no matter how many zombies there are, we can kill them all. Do we need you to save us?" Although her words were resolute and decisive, she knew very well that Su Chun was right. However, in the face of so many energy stones, how could she admit it? The reason why she dared to be so fearless was that she felt that Su Chun and the others were not strong. It seems that you think you can defeat us. Su Chen's eyes gradually narrowed, and a cold light flashed in his eyes. Seeing the tense atmosphere, the white-haired old man smiled and said, "Since you don't plan to give us energy stones, I have a suggestion." At this point, he glanced at the intelligent war chariot and said solemnly, "We don't want the energy stones anymore. Just give us your MCV as compensation." Su Chun was so angry that he laughed. The other party was using the energy stones as an excuse to snatch his war vehicle. After understanding what was going on, he didn't intend to be polite to them. He reached out to the white-haired old man, the dark-skinned man, and the beautiful woman in red and said sternly, "The three of you stay. The others can leave here alive by cutting off an arm." Chapter 109. Haha. As soon as Su Chun finished his words, the dark-skinned man and the others laughed wildly. In their eyes, Su Chun was just a brat who was still wet behind the ears. How dare he be so arrogant? Wasn't he afraid of biting his tongue? Brat, there are some people you can't afford to offend. Let Grandpa teach you how to behave. The dark-skinned man stopped laughing and rushed towards Su Chun with a knife in his hand. The white-haired old man didn't stop him this time. Since he was determined to snatch the intelligent chariot, he had to act sooner or later. When Wu Yang and the others saw that the dark-skinned man dared to take the initiative to attack Su Chun, their faces showed a touch of ridicule. What kind of person was Su Chun? He was a peerless killing god who could suppress an entire city by himself. Even a level 3 evolver would be a coward if he saw him. A level 1 evolver was even less than an ant in Su Chen's eyes. How dare he take the initiative to attack? Wasn't this like an old man hanging himself? Did he think that his life was too long? Su Chun stood in place with a calm expression, as if he didn't see the dark-skinned man rushing toward him. Just as the dark-skinned man raised his knife and was about to chop down, he made his move. His fist was like a clap of thunder, extremely fast. A level 2 evolver. The dark-skinned man was inexplicably frightened. Su Chen's fist was so fast that it was unimaginable. It was too late to dodge at this time. He could only watch as the fist smashed toward his head. "Please show mercy." Recognizing that Su Chun was a level 2 evolver, the white-haired old man's pupils suddenly shrank as he hurriedly shouted. Su Chen's killing intent had already been determined. How could he stop? With a boom, the dark-skinned man's entire head exploded, turning into a bloody mist. Wu Gang. Seeing the dark-skinned man die in front of him, the white-haired old man's eyes were about to split open as he looked up to the sky and roared in grief. The dark-skinned man had been by his side since he was young and was loyal to him. He could be considered his most trusted and capable subordinate. Who would have thought that he would die at the hands of Su Chun? At this moment, monstrous flames of fury surged in his heart, and he swore to kill Su Chun to vent the hatred in his heart. Die! The grizzled old man roared and shot a fireball at Su Chun. Even though he knew that Su Chun was a level 2 evolver, he was not afraid because he himself was a level 2 magician. With the addition of a group of subordinates, it was enough to kill a level 2 evolver. Facing the incoming fireball, Su Chun smirked in disdain. Then, under the astonished gazes of the white-haired old man and the others, he reached out to grab the fireball. What does he want to do? The beautiful woman in red's eyelids twitched. Then, she became extremely excited. A level 2 magician's fireball was no joke. Even a level 3 evolver would not dare to use his body to block it. Su Chun was only a level 2 evolver, yet he dared to grab the fireball with his bare hands. It was tantamount to courting death. The white-haired old man and the others also thought that Su Chun would definitely die this time, so they were all excited. However, the next moment, the scene that appeared made them fall into a daze. They saw that Su Chen's arm was suffused with a bright golden light, and he easily caught the fireball. As the golden light disappeared, they saw that Su Chen's hand was intact. At most, there was a little ash on it. How did he do it? The white-haired old man swallowed his saliva, and his eyes were filled with a deep layer of fear. Only a level 4 revolver or above could catch a level 2 fireball with their bare hands. When he thought that Su Chen might be a level 4 revolver, his breathing stopped, and he was almost scared to death. Chapter 110. The beautiful woman in red and the others were all scared out of their wits. The strength that Su Chen displayed was unimaginably strong, and the shock that it brought to them was unprecedented. At that moment, they all had the urge to immediately escape from this place. Su Chen took out the enchanted magic saber and turned to the gray-haired old man and the others. He curled his lips and said, "Since no one wants to leave, you can stay here. Wait, we'll leave now. Senior, please be merciful." Seeing that Su Chen was about to attack, the gray-haired old man changed his face and said loudly. Although Su Chen was young, he was so powerful that it was not an exaggeration to call him senior. However, Su Chen had already said that he would not let him go, but he seemed to have forgotten that. "Not to mention calling me senior, even if you call me grandpa, none of you will be able to survive today." Su Chen was not moved, and he slashed out with his saber. In an instant, a giant gray wind blade swept forward, and wherever it passed, the void trembled. "Brothers, let's fight with him." The gray-haired old man roared and quickly condensed a fireball. Su Chen did not want to let them go, so they naturally would not wait for death. They all began to fight with all their might. Holding shining sabers and swords in their hands, they slashed at the gray wind blade. "You're like a mantis trying to stop a chariot." Su Chen sneered and looked at them as if he were looking at dead people. The next moment, in a series of screams, the gray-haired old man and his companions were all beheaded, and their weapons were broken into 2 pieces. The power of this saber was so horrible. More than a dozen experts were all killed without being able to resist. Su Chen's powerful strength was vividly displayed. Although Wu Yong had seen Su Chen's strength, he was still shocked at this time. At the same time, he also realized that the strength Su Chen showed in Huang Junlin's mansion was just the tip of the iceberg. "You deserve it. How dare he fight with Chingu? Can you understand Chun Ji's awesomeness?" Chao Ran spat at the corpses on the ground and said proudly. Su Chen put away the enchanted divine saber and said lightly, "The flies have been dealt with. Let's continue digging for energy stones." Wu Yang nodded and led the others into action. Su Chen continued to pick up the fragments. There were 5 fragments left on the ground, 3 yellow and 2 black. After a quick glance, he first grabbed a black fragment. Picked up Big Dipper Broken Stone, Fragment X1, 210. Fragments are not full, cannot be used. Big Dipper Star Crushed Stone had appeared a long time ago, but ever since the first one, it had never appeared again. So far, there were only 2. Su Chen didn't think too much and continued to pick up the second black fragment. Picked up Doomsday Mall Fragment X1, 1010. Fragments are full, can be used. Su Chen suddenly moved. Doomsday Mall had collected 9 fragments long ago, but the last one didn't appear. He didn't expect to collect all of them here. After saying use, Su Chen suddenly felt his mind churning, and then a shopping interface appeared in his mind. At the same time, there was also some feedback about Doomsday Mall. Simply put, Doomsday Mall was equivalent to a shopping supermarket. Of course, the items sold were not daily necessities, but the items dropped from the fragments. Su Chen focused his gaze and saw the words Doomsday Exchange Mall flashing at the top of the interface. The bottom of the words was divided into more than 10 columns, and the top few columns showed that it was unlocked. The 7 columns below were divided into 7 colors: gold, blue, yellow, white, purple, rainbow, and black. The items displayed in each color column were items that he had seen before. For example, the yellow column was all seed-type items. The more common, hard fruit seed and bread tree seed were all in the list. The exchange price was between 1 to 10 energy points. Chapter 111. The other color columns displayed the corresponding items, which meant that the items dropped from the shards would appear in that color column. Su-chun looked at each column, and the more he looked, the more excited he became. When his gaze landed on the golden column, he was even more excited. The golden column was the attribute column, and currently, there were only 3 items displayed. Level 1 all attributes shards, Level 2 all attributes shards, and Level 3 all attributes shards. As for why there were no Level 4 and above, he knew from the feedback that he was currently at Level 2, and the highest level that could be displayed was Level 3. When he entered Level 3, Level 4 naturally appeared. Su-chun originally thought that if he wanted to obtain Level 3 all attributes shards, he could only obtain them from the shards dropped by zombies and mutated beasts. He never thought that he could exchange them in the Doomsday Mall, which undoubtedly provided him with a way to quickly increase his strength. Of course, good items like Level 3 all attributes shards were also very expensive, requiring 100 energy points. Energy points did not refer to energy stones or energy ores. Energy points were exchanged from the shards that dropped. No matter what kind of shard it was, 1 shard was exchanged for 1 energy point. 100 energy points meant 100 fragments. 100 shards would drop many good items, and if he exchanged them all for energy points, he would obviously be at a disadvantage. However, Su-chun thought that those yellow shards or shards that were not very useful could be exchanged for energy points. With this thought in mind, he continued to look at the other columns. Level 3 Mechanical Soldier 100 energy points. Level 2 Mechanical Wolf 50 energy points. Level 2 Constitution Potion 20 energy points. 30 cubic meter storage bag 30 energy points. Upgrade Gem 20 energy points. Fusion Gem 20 energy points. Level 3 Pulse Pistol 100 energy points. These are all good items. After looking for a while, Su-chun sighed from the bottom of his heart. Although he could not exchange them for now, he was not disappointed at all. Originally, whatever the shards dropped was what it was, and he did not have any choice. However, the appearance of the Doomsday Mall was equivalent to leaving a way for him to recycle the items that he did not need and did not have high value for energy points, and then exchange them for what he wanted. All in all, it would only be beneficial to him and not detrimental at all. After calming himself down, Su-chun looked at the last purple column. F***CK. When he saw the exchange price of the ancient God-fiend body, he was completely stunned. 10,000 energy points. That's right, the exchange price of the ancient God-fiend body is that terrifying. 10,000 energy points were equivalent to 10,000 fragments. Su-chun even suspected that killing a middle-sized zombie horde would not necessarily produce so many fragments. However, he immediately realized that the more expensive something was, the more awesome it would be. 10,000 points of energy was as high as the sky, which also meant that the ancient God-fiend body was extremely impressive. Su-chun was looking forward to it. At the same time, he believed that he would definitely be able to exchange for the ancient God-fiend body. After all, there was no lack of zombies and mutant beasts in this world. As for killing zombies and mutant beasts, it was not easy for him, but it was still a very simple task. Later, Su-chun closed the Doomsday Mall, took a deep breath, and with a touch of joy, continued to pick up the remaining 3 yellow fragments. Picked up, Hard Fruit Seed Fragment *1. 1. Fragments are full. You can choose to use them or exchange them for energy points. Exchange them for energy points. Chapter 112. He chose to exchange for energy points, and sure enough, nothing appeared in his hand. In order to verify whether he had really exchanged for energy points, Su-chun quickly opened the Doomsday Mall to check. The way to open the Doomsday Mall was very simple. It would appear in his mind with just a thought. Su-chun took a look and saw that the energy points had changed from 0 to 1. He was relieved. Then, he exchanged the remaining 2 yellow fragments for energy points and closed the Doomsday Mall. After picking up the fragments, the others were still digging for energy stones in full swing. Su-chun glanced at the zombie that he controlled. The corner of his mouth slightly curled, and stepped onto the intelligent chariot. Woo-woo! In the chariot, Li Liang was grabbed by the hair by Su Chan, and he screamed desperately. However, his tongue had long been cut off. Even if he screamed until his throat was broken, he couldn't shout anything. Su Chan carried Li Liang to the zombie and threw him on the ground. When the zombie saw a human appear at its feet, it immediately went crazy. It bared its teeth and roared, and kept pouncing on Li Liang. However, it was controlled by Su Chen's wood magic. No matter how hard it struggled, it couldn't touch Li Liang. Li Liang was so scared that his face turned pale. His only eye was filled with extreme fear. At this time, he already understood what Su Chen wanted to do. This was the rhythm of turning him into a zombie. And even if he became a zombie, he would be a disabled zombie without limbs. The final result waiting for him was only to be hunted down. Knowing what he would face in the future, Li Liang wriggled his body, trying to get away from the zombie. But he had become a meat stick. No matter how hard he struggled, it was futile. After Su Chan coldly snorted, he removed the wood magic binding on the zombie's feet. The zombie regained its freedom and pounced on Li Liang's body like a hungry tiger pouncing on its prey. It began to bite Li Liang's flesh and blood. Su Chen felt that the time was right. He was also afraid that Li Liang would be bitten to death, so he killed the zombie. When the others saw this scene, they finally understood why Su Chen wanted to spare Li Liang's dog life. It seemed like he wanted to torture Li Liang one more time before he killed him. Chen Gu is indeed Chen Gu. Even his means of revenge are superior to others. It's hard for us to reach his level. Chao Ran secretly sighed. His admiration for Su Chen rose to a new height. After Li Liang became a zombie, Su Chen returned to the car and began to look at the map of Thousand Feather Island, while the others were still digging for energy stones. Since he got the Doomsday Mall, he was even more eager to pick up the fragments. And if he wanted to get more fragments, he had to kill more zombies and mutant beasts. So before that, he first had to understand the distribution of Thousand Feather Island. Half an hour later, Wu Yang and the others dug out all the energy stones and returned to the car one after another. Satoshi, let's go to the Huangza mountain range. When everyone arrived, Su Chan gave the order to the intelligent chariot. Yes, the intelligent chariot ignited and left. Su Chan, why are we going to the Huangza mountain range? Tan Lin asked curiously. The others also didn't understand and looked at Su Chan. Su Chan also told them about his encounter with Yang Qian and the others. After that, the intelligent chariot galloped all the way. Everyone had nothing to do and found a place to rest. Su Chan took the opportunity to take out the blue fruit and the level 1 constitution potion, and let Tan Lin drink it. Soon, Tan Lin became a level 1 evolver and a level 1 spirit reader. Chapter 113. After that, Su Chen gave the level 1 pulse pistol to Tan Lin. The level 1 pulse pistol was no longer of much use to him now. Moreover, he gave it to Yang Qian. If Tan Lin knew about it, she might have other ideas. For the rest of the time, the intelligent war chariot galloped all the way. After driving for about 2 hours, an alarm suddenly sounded on the central control screen. Warning! There is a MCV speeding towards us. It is estimated that we will encounter it in 30 seconds. Another robbery? Su Chen frowned slightly, and this thought came to his mind. Previously, on the way to King Kong City, people from the Tongfu Chamber of Commerce robbed him once. It was also because of the preconceived notion that made him suspicious. Follow the original route, don't pay attention to it, Su Chen ordered. If the other party also had the purpose of robbing him, it could only be said that they were looking for death, and he would not hesitate to kill them. Soon, a MCV galloped in front of them, blocking their route. The other party's purpose of intercepting them was obvious. Seeing this, Su Chen's eyes gradually narrowed, and he coldly snorted, "I hope you are not here to die." When the intelligent war chariot drove past, a man and a woman came down from the MCV opposite, waving their hands as if they had something to ask of him. "Satoshi, stop and take a look," Su Chen ordered, got out of the car, and squinted at the man and woman. The other party looked to be about 30 years old. The man had thick eyebrows, big eyes, and a heroic spirit. The woman's appearance was beautiful, and she was still charming. Little brother. Hello? My name is Han Feng, and this is my wife, Chun Meihua. The man walked up to Su Chun and greeted him with a smile. What do you want? Su Chun asked faintly. In today's world, people's hearts were unpredictable. Even if the other party did not seem to have any malicious intentions, he did not relax his vigilance. We are refugees from the Blue Ocean colony. We haven't eaten for several days, and we want to buy some food from you. As Han Feng spoke, he took out 5 ordinary energy stones and placed them in front of Su Chun. The 5 energy stones were nothing to Su Chun, and he did not reach out to take them. Instead, he asked, what happened at the Blue Ocean colony? The Blue Sea colony was a small colony, about the same size as the Heavenly South colony. Although it was small, its defensive power was also very strong. He now had some doubts whether the Blue Ocean colony had also been overrun by zombies like the Tiannan colony. Han Feng sighed deeply. Blue Ocean colony has been occupied by zombies. As expected, Su Chun muttered to himself before continuing to ask, how was Blue Sea captured? Is Jean Yishers doing? Han Feng gritted his teeth and explained, Jean Yisher was the leader of Tiannan's colony, but he turned into a zombie for some reason. Moreover, he turned into an intelligent zombie. After he occupied Tiannan's colony, he kept gathering zombies and formed a zombie army. Then, he began to attack human colonies. So far, including the Blue Ocean colony, several colonies have fallen. Hearing this, Su Chun narrowed his eyes slightly. He had heard about Jin Jisher from Wuyang before. This person was definitely an ambitious person. He had always had the ambition to expand his territory. However, what he did not expect was that Jin Jisher had been able to lead a zombie army to attack several colonies in a row just a few days after he turned into a zombie. His means and strength were evident. Moreover, as more colonies were occupied, the number of zombies would continue to grow. Perhaps in a few more days, a large gathering place like Vajra City might be breached as well. Chapter 114. What's the scale of Jean Jiasher's zombie army? Su Chun asked. Han Feng's face sank as he sighed. At least 100,000. 100,000? Su Chun nodded as his heart skipped a beat. 100,000 zombies had already formed a medium-sized zombie wave. If it were anyone else, they would be scared out of their wits. However, Su Chun was not only not afraid, but also excited. He needed a large number of fragments to improve his strength. If he could kill Jean Jiasher's zombie army, he might be able to obtain 10,000 fragments at once. He would also be able to exchange for the ancient god-fiend body that he had been yearning for. Of course, 100,000 zombies was not a small number. It would be very difficult to kill all of them. He had to make some preparations and plan for the long term. Collecting his thoughts, Su Chun took out a few breadfruits from his storage bag and put them in Han Feng's hand. Here, take the energy stones. The information that Han Feng brought was very important and was enough to exchange for a few breadfruit. What is this? Can it be eaten? It was the first time Han Feng had seen such a strange fruit. He did not know if it was edible, so he took a bite. His eyes lit up as soon as he took a bite. The breadfruit was not only edible, but it also tasted very good. It was like a delicacy to someone like him who had not eaten for a few days. Little brother, thank you so much. Han Feng thanked sincerely. Although Su Chun did not give them much, it was enough to ensure that they would not starve to death for a few days. What's more, Su Chun didn't receive any remuneration from them, which was even more valuable. Food was very scarce and precious in the post-apocalyptic world. Even if Su Chun asked for more energy stones, they would compromise in order to not starve to death. Su Chun smiled and said, "You gave me information, and I gave you food. It's an equivalent exchange." The information that Han Feng brought was much more valuable than a few energy stones. Moreover, it was just a few breadfruit. He had plenty of them in his storage bag. Little brother, may I ask, where are you going? Han Feng probed. Just call me Su Chun. Feeling that Han Feng was not bad, Su Chen said directly, "We are going to the Huangzi mountain range." Su Chen, Han Feng murmured, then his face slightly changed, and reminded, "Su Chen, I heard that there are a lot of zombies in the Huangzi mountains. You better not go there." "It doesn't matter. I have my own plans." Su Chen didn't care at all. There were a large number of zombies gathered in the Huangzi mountain range, which he was very clear about. After all, he came out of the Huangzi mountain range and killed many zombies. Seeing that Su Chen didn't take it to heart, Han Feng advised again, "It's not safe around here. Not only are there a large number of zombies gathered in the Huangzi mountains, but Jin Jianshi is also eyeing us. It's best that you come with us to King Kong City." Vajra City is in a mess right now, but it's not a bad place to go. However, we still have something to do, so we won't be going with you. Su Chen nodded and said, he had just wreaked havoc in King Kong City, so he could imagine that the city must be in a mess right now. "If that's the case, we will meet again." Han Feng was slightly disappointed. After saying goodbye, he returned to the MCV with Chun Meihua. Su Chen also returned to the intelligent chariot. After saying goodbye, they parted ways. Chapter 115. In the following time, the intelligent chariot sped all the way without any disturbance and smoothly arrived near the Huangzi mountain range. The intelligent chariot reminded, "Master, we are about to arrive at our destination." Su Chen, who was originally lying on the seat with his eyes closed, opened his eyes and looked out of the car. "Why are the zombies gone? Why did Yang Qian and the others come out?" With just a glance, he frowned slightly. In his sight, the huge rock was clearly visible. But the mighty zombie horde had disappeared, and Yang Qian, the mechanical soldier, and the 3 mutant wolves had all walked out of the cave. Moreover, there were 3 unfamiliar men standing opposite them, and the 2 sides seemed to be in a confrontation. The appearance of the intelligent chariot quickly attracted their attention. From afar, they saw Yang Qian trotting over and shouting, "Su Chen, Su Chen." Seeing this, Wu Yang and the others looked at Su Chen with a strange look. From Yang Qian's behavior, it was not difficult to see that her relationship with Su Chen was not ordinary. But wasn't Su Chen's girlfriend Tan Lin? Could it be that during the time he left, he found a new love? The more they thought about it, the more they felt that it was possible. After all, Su Chen was too outstanding, handsome, and powerful, which beauty would not fall in love with him. But as Su Chen's official girlfriend, Tan Lin, how would she feel? Would she be jealous? Sure enough, Tan Lin leaned over to Su Chen's ear and said meaningfully, "Su Chen, she is Yang Qian, right? I didn't expect her to be so beautiful. No wonder you would give her the pulse pistol." Su Chen rubbed his nose and smiled awkwardly. "I am friends with her. I didn't lie to you." Tan Lin did not say anything, and smiled sweetly. So beautiful that it was indescribable. She knew that Su Chen said this just to make her feel at ease. Her woman's intuition told her that Yang Qian had been in love with Su Chen for a long time. Otherwise, she wouldn't have rushed over from so far away. After the intelligent war chariot stopped, Su Chen held Tan Lin's hand and they got off together. Su Chen. When she saw Su Chen for the first time, Yang Qian almost couldn't resist pouncing on him. However, when she saw Su Chen and Tan Lin holding hands and acting intimately, she stopped in her tracks. The smile on her face instantly froze and was replaced by an extremely disappointed expression. "Are you all okay?" Su Chen walked to Yang Qian's side and asked with concern. Yang Qian nodded dispiritedly. Nothing happened. When Tan Lin saw Yang Qian's expression, she was even more certain of her previous guess. Faintly sighing, Tan Lin smiled. "Big sister Yang Qian, my name is Tan Lin. I've heard about you from Su Chen, but I never expected that you would be so beautiful. If it were any other woman, she would definitely ignore them. But Yang Qian was a little different." Previously, when Su Chen talked about Yang Qian, she realized that Su Chen had a good impression of Yang Qian. This kind of good impression was not as simple as ordinary friends. Although Su Chen tried to hide it, She was keenly aware of it. When she realized this, she hesitated for a while and finally decided to observe Yang Qian. If she was really as good as Su Chun said, she wouldn't stop him. Loving someone wasn't about selfish possessiveness. It was more about tolerance and understanding. Since Su Chun and Yang Qian were interested in each other, it was better to help them than to stop them and make things worse. It was also because she thought this through that she greeted Yang Qian warmly. Yang Qian looked at Tan Lin in a daze, biting her thin lips and whispering, "Sister Tan Lin, you flatter me. You are the real beauty. Big sister Yang Qian, you really know how to talk." Tan Lin smiled happily. Chapter 116. Seeing the two beauties chatting and laughing, getting along well with each other, everyone was dumbfounded. What's going on? Aren't they rivals in love? Shouldn't they be at each other's throats? Su Chen didn't understand either, but he was relieved. Chun Gu. At this moment, Yang Hao ran over excitedly. Su Chen signaled Yang Hao not to come over and led the group forward. When the three mutated wolves saw Su Chen, they all ran to his side and rubbed against his trousers intimately, just like three pugs. "Master!" The mechanical soldier on the side also greeted Su Chen respectfully. When Wu Yang and the others saw that the mechanical soldier could speak, they immediately looked at it in surprise. "Yang Hao, what happened?" Su Chen asked Yang Hao. When he left, he told Yang Hao and the others not to come out. Then why did they come out? Could it be related to the three strange men opposite? Chun Gu. Not long after you left, the zombies retreated. Then those three fellows appeared and wanted to snatch our energy stones. So we had no choice but to come out, Yang Hao said angrily. Thousands of zombies and mutated beasts were killed that day, and half of the energy stones were not dug out in time. In the face of such wealth, no one would not be tempted. After understanding what was going on, Su Chen looked at the three strange men and asked, "Who are you? Why are you stealing our energy stones?" "It's all a misunderstanding. Since the zombies were killed by you guys, we'll leave immediately." Among the three, an old man smiled embarrassedly. As soon as he finished speaking, he wanted to leave with the other two. Before Su Chen came, he did have the intention to steal. But now, Su Chen had more people, and he knew that he wouldn't be able to gain anything, so he wanted to leave as soon as possible. Chun Gu. They're from Shuren Colony. Seeing that they were leaving, Yang Hao quickly said, "They wanted to use their identity to threaten us." Shuren Colony. Su Chen's eyes were sharp, and he immediately shouted, "Stop!" He still remembered clearly that when he lured the zombies in the mine, there were three people from Shuren Colony who wanted to steal the energy stones, and they were all killed by him. Since the three people opposite him were also from Shuren Colony, he had to consider if he should let them go. The old man stopped, with a sullen face, and said in a deep voice, "What do you want?" Although Shuren Colony wasn't a large colony, it was still very strong. With this identity, Su Chen wouldn't dare to mess with them. "Zhou Guang from Shuren Colony? Do you know him?" Su Chen said faintly. "You know Zhou Guang?" The old man's eyes lit up, and he said excitedly, "He's my nephew. Where have you seen him?" A few days ago, Zhou Guang and the other two came to the Huangzi Mountains, and there was no news about them since then. This time, he came to look for Zhou Guang. "Oh, you're the uncle of Zhou Guang's deputy leader," Su Chen suddenly realized, and then smiled. "Unfortunately, I've already killed him." "What?" The old man roared and stared at Su Chen. His hands were clenched so tightly that they made cracking sounds. However, even if he was extremely angry, he still didn't attack Su Chen. That kid is used to doing whatever he wants, and he'll be reincarnated sooner than later. The old man suppressed his anger and cupped his hands at Su Chen. "If there's nothing else, we'll take our leave. Do you think you can leave?" Su Chen sneered and ordered the mechanical soldier, "Shao Tai, kill them." Chapter 117. Although the old man hid it well, Su Chen still noticed the murderous intent in his eyes. Moreover, since he was Zhou Guang's uncle, he would not let him go. Yes. Receiving the order, the mechanical soldier fiercely rushed forward. The 3 men from Shuren's colony were only level 1 evolvers. The mechanical soldier had already reached level 2, and its strength was comparable to a level 3 evolver. As soon as the 2 sides started fighting, it was a one-sided battle. With 3 miserable screams, the 3 men were easily killed. Level 2 puppet. Wu Yang's heart jumped. He had seen puppets before, but a puppet as strong as the mechanical soldier was something he had never heard of before. Uncle, where did the zombies go? Su Chun walked to Yang Lingtian's side and asked in a low voice. Other than meeting up with Yang Lingtian and the others, his main purpose was to hunt zombies. Now that the zombies were nowhere to be seen, he was very unhappy. Yang Lingtian blankly shook his head. The whereabouts of the zombies were not fixed, and he did not know where they went. Su Chen's gaze drifted as he looked towards the direction of the mine. He suspected that the zombies ran out of the mine, and now they were all back in the mine. Cheng-gu, did you kill all the zombies here? Seeing the thousands of zombie corpses on the ground, Chao Ran's scalp tingled. Su Chen nodded, and the corner of his mouth curled into a meaningful smile. This is just a small matter. There will be more in the future. Hearing this, Chao Ran unconsciously swallowed his saliva. Su Chun did not explain anything, and called everyone together and introduced them to each other. Then they began to dig for the energy stones. After an hour of hard work, all the energy stones were dug out. Back in the cave, Su Chen began to arrange food. Because there were too many people, he was afraid that there would not be enough to eat, so he took out 2 raging rock bears. In addition, the few remaining canned food and other food were all taken out. Not long after, the smell of barbecued meat filled the cave. Everyone gathered together to eat and drink. Brother Dainyu, how long has it been since you last had barbecued meat? Yang Hao asked curiously as he delivered a handful of barbecued meat to Dainyu. Dainyu hadn't stopped eating since he started, as if he could never be full. Yang Hao, the barbecue chef, couldn't keep up with the pace. Dainyu scratched his head and smiled innocently. I've never eaten anything so delicious as long as I can remember. Beside him, Duo took a bite of the meat and chewed a few times. Tears welled up in her eyes uncontrollably. She deeply understood Dainyu's words. In the past, it was not easy to eat a full meal, let alone eat barbecue. At this moment, she was extremely grateful to Su Chun. If Su Chun hadn't saved them and taken them with him, they wouldn't know where they would still be wandering, or perhaps they would have died long ago. In fact, Dainyu and his sister's situation was just a microcosm of the post-apocalyptic world. There were many people in the same situation as them, and many were even worse off than them. Then eat more. After hearing Dainyu's words, Yang Hao felt a little sad and comforted him. In the future, you'll have plenty of opportunities to eat barbecued meat with Cheng-gu. You'll eat until you throw up. In this life, I'll die by Chun-ji's side. I'll never leave him. Dainyu nodded vigorously. Yes, you can't go wrong if you follow Cheng-gu. I Chao Ran admire Cheng-gu the most. Chao Ran took a bite of meat and agreed vaguely. Chapter 118. Su Chun, what do you plan to do next? Wu Yang asked. Although he was older than Su Chun in this post-apocalyptic world, strength was the most important thing. After witnessing Su Chen's power, he had already regarded Su Chun as the leader and would follow Su Chen's lead. In the next few days, I will continue to hunt zombies. The more zombies there are, the better. It would be best if it is a small zombie wave. Su Chun narrowed his eyes and said firmly. For him, killing zombies and picking up their fragments was the most direct and convenient way to increase his strength. Hunting a small zombie wave? Wu Yang widened his eyes and looked at Su Chun. He thought, Su Chun is too arrogant. A small zombie wave would have tens of thousands of zombies. Brother Wu, with Su Chen's strength and our help, it would not be a problem to kill a small zombie wave. Yang Lingtian seemed to have noticed Wu Yang's concern and explained. For him to say this, it was enough to show that he had absolute confidence in Su Chen. After listening to Yang Lingtian's words, And then thinking of Su Chen's terrifying strength, Wu Yong felt relieved in his heart. A zombie wave will not stay in one place. There is only Jean Jiasher's zombie army around here. At this point, Wu Yang's expression changed slightly, and he probed, Su Chen, you're not planning to kill Jean Jiansher, are you? Jean Jiasher's zombie army was more than 100,000. It would be very dangerous if they went to kill them. Let Jean Jiasher live for a few more days. I have a better place. Su Chen said with a smile. You mean the mine? Yang Lingtian's eyes brightened. There were tens of thousands of zombies in the mine. The number must have reached the standard of a small zombie wave. There was another advantage to killing the zombies there. They only needed to lure a group of zombies out each time. They did not need to face thousands of zombies. This undoubtedly gave them enough time to prepare and breathe. In this way, they could kill a large number of zombies without any danger. After making a plan, the three of them chatted for a while. Su Chen got up and went to find Tan Lin. Originally, he wanted to talk to Tan Lin alone, but for some reason, Tan Lin and Yang Qian kept sticking together, as if they were two sisters. Su Chen could feel Yang Qian's feelings for him. If he went over now, he did not know how to face her. He decided to join Sherdaniu and the other two's circle. After a night's rest the next morning, the intelligent chariot headed to the mine. Because there were too many people, Su Chen felt that there was not enough space, so he upgraded the intelligent chariot. The intelligent chariot's length was 20 meters long, 5 meters wide, and 3 meters. It was like a section of a train carriage. More than an hour later, the intelligent chariot stopped at the edge of a small forest a few hundred meters away from the mine. Su Chen still remembered that the first time he came here to kill zombies, he stopped at this small forest. After getting out of the car, Su Chen scanned the area and did not find the presence of zombies. The surroundings were quiet, and it was a bit strange. Follow the plan. I'll go lure the zombies first. You guys wait here. After reminding them, Su Chen and the mechanical soldier slowly walked toward the mine. On the way here, they had discussed that all the zombies would be killed by Su Chen and the mechanical soldier. The others would only be responsible for digging energy stones and providing cover. When they came to the edge of the mine, Su Chen looked down and frowned slightly. He muttered, "Seems like there aren't as many as before." Chapter 119. Although there were quite a number of zombies in the mine, it was not as dense as the first time. But no matter what, there were more than 10,000 zombies. After calming down, Su Chen was ready to attract the zombies. In order to attract more zombies, he did not smash them with stones like last time. Instead, he threw a fireball. Boom! A loud explosion was heard. The fireball fell into the group of zombies and killed more than a dozen zombies on the spot. Roar! The zombies were furious. They roared and rushed toward the top of the mine. Su Chen squinted and glanced. He estimated that there were close to 1,000 zombies rushing out. He was quite satisfied with this number. While the zombies were rushing over, he slowly retreated. After retreating about 500 meters away from the mine pit, he stopped. As for the zombies that rushed out of the pit, they were like a surging wave, and their momentum was very fierce. Su Chen licked his lips and clenched the enchanted divine sword. In order to end the battle quickly, he decided to use his killer move to kill the zombies. When a large number of zombies rushed in front of him, he swung his sword. A giant gray sickle swept out. With one strike, dozens of zombies died on the spot. At the same time, the moment the zombies fell, 3 beams of light appeared on their bodies. Seeing this, Su Chen's expression changed. He injected the wind magic power again and slashed out. Dozens of zombies died on the spot. In an instant, several beams of light lit up again. Seeing that there were more and more fragments, he became more and more excited. Then, the magic power of various elements continued to be injected into the enchanted divine sword. It was like a killing machine, constantly reaping the lives of the zombies. In the blink of an eye, the ground was covered with zombie corpses. Roughly speaking, there were hundreds of zombies killed by the sword. On the other side, the mechanical soldier was also constantly killing zombies. However, although it was powerful, it did not have the ability to kill as many zombies as Suchin did. Could only kill them one by one. The speed of killing zombies was far slower than Suchin. When they attacked together, Suchin could kill more than 100 zombies, but it could only kill a dozen at most. In the distance, Wu Yang was quite shocked when he saw Suchin killing zombies like harvesting wheat. In the past, he also saw Suchin killing zombies. But at that time, Suchin was not as powerful as he was now. He still remembered that Suchin and Tanlin were surrounded by more than 100 zombies. With his help, it took them a long time to kill all the zombies. In the blink of an eye, Suchin had the ability to kill thousands of zombies alone. This speed of improvement was too incredible. Level 2 Evolver, Level 2 All-Elemental Mage, Level 2 Spirit Reader. What a monster! Wu Yang looked at Suchin from afar and sighed deeply. In the beginning, he didn't know Suchin's true strength. Later, when he learned the news from Yang Lingtian, his jaw almost fell off from shock. Wu Yang could not imagine how high Suchin's achievements would be in the future, given that he was a full-fledged Dharma psychic. Everyone, look! There are zombies that can use spells. Yang Hao suddenly exclaimed. I also saw a zombie shoot out a fireball. Sure Duo added. They had never seen a zombie that could use spells before. At this moment, they were a little confused and worried about Suchin's safety. Wu Yang smiled and explained, Don't worry. Those are mutated zombies just like the psychic among us humans. The number of mutated zombies is very small, and the spells they use are mostly level 1. They can't hurt Suchin. He had seen Suchin catch a level 2 fireball with his bare hands. A mere level 1 fireball could not hurt Suchin. Chapter 120. After listening to Wu Yang's explanation, everyone breathed a sigh of relief, especially Tanlin and Yang Qian. They were so nervous that their palms were sweating. On the other side, while Suchin was killing zombies, he suddenly noticed a few fireballs flying towards him. He had never encountered a situation where zombies were casting spells before. He was stunned for a moment, then immediately used golden scales on the arm to sweep away the fireballs that were flying towards him. Although the level 1 fireballs could not cause him any harm, they were still a nuisance. He ordered the mechanical soldiers to hunt down zombies that could cast spells. The mechanical soldiers were made of solid metal, so even if they were bitten by zombies, they would not suffer any damage. Coupled with their powerful abilities, they rushed into the zombie crowd as if there was no one there, and quickly killed the mutated zombies that could cast spells. After solving the problem, Suchin could focus on killing zombies. Half an hour later, Suchin and the mechanical soldiers worked together and slaughtered thousands of zombies. Looking at the hundreds of fragments on the ground, Suchin suppressed his excitement and waved towards the direction of the small forest. Qinggu is calling us. Yang Hao shouted and rushed forward excitedly. Shi Dainiu and Chao Ran did not want to be left behind, and they followed closely behind Yang Hao. In just half an hour, almost 1,000 zombies were killed? Although he saw it with his own eyes, Wu Yang still swallowed his saliva. The speed at which Suchin killed the zombies was the fastest he had ever seen. He even felt that, even if a few level 3 evolutionaries worked together, they would not be able to kill as fast as Suchin. Brother Wu, let's go. The others had already run towards Suchin, and only Wu Yang was still in a daze. Yang Lingtian reminded him with a smile. All right, let's go. Wu Yang came back to his senses and jogged over with Yang Lingtian. Xiao Tai, you're in charge of defense. If zombies come close, kill them immediately. Suchin ordered and started to pick up the fragments. The first one was a colorful fragment. Picked up, Fusion Gem, Fragment *1, 1. Full of fragments can be used or exchanged for energy points. Use. The value of the Fusion Gem was still very high. Suchin did not choose to exchange it for energy points. With the Fusion Gem, Kirin could successfully install the level 1 pulse cannon onto the Intelligent Chariot. Without a doubt, the attack power of the Intelligent War Chariot had increased by another level. After putting the Fusion Gem into his storage bag, Su Chun continued to pick up fragments. The second one was also a colorful fragment. Picked up, upgrade gem, fragment *1, 1. The fragments are full. Can be used or exchanged for energy points. Use. The value of the upgrade gem was even higher than the fusion gem. Su Chun still had a bunch of things waiting to be upgraded, so naturally, he would not exchange them for energy points. Looking at the green gems in his hand, Su Chun began to think about which one to upgrade first to get the most benefits. Logically speaking, upgrading the mechanical soldier was the best choice. The mechanical soldier was already at level 2. After upgrading, it would become level 3 and have the ability to fight against a level 4 evolver. However, once the mechanical soldier reached level 3, it would need level 3 energy stones or level 3 energy stones to operate. However, Su Chun did not have any of these on him. In this way, the upgraded mechanical soldier would become a pile of scrap metal and would be useless. As for the storage bag and rapid combat boots, Su Chun felt that they were enough for now. After thinking about it, he decided to keep them and see if he could get some level 3 energy stones or level 3 energy stones in the future. If he could get them, he would naturally choose to upgrade the mechanical soldier. If he could not get them, it would not be too late to upgrade the others. Chapter 121. After picking up the 2 colored fragments, Su Chun looked around, and his eyes flashed with joy. Previously, he only glanced at the number of fragments and did not look at the color of the fragments. Now that he looked carefully, he found that most of the fragments were purple, black, red, and other valuable fragments. There were very few yellow fragments like seeds. Today's luck is off the charts. Su Chun rubbed his hands, walked to a purple fragment, and reached out to grab it. Picked up 9th Heaven Dazzling Thunder Fragment *1, 2, 10. Fragments are not full, cannot be used, can be exchanged for energy points. No exchange. Su Chen's mouth twitched slightly. Although he could not use it, it was still a fragment of the heavenly thunder, which made him a little excited. Then he grabbed at a red fragment. Picked up Level 2 Constitution Potion, Fragment *1, 1. Fragments are full, can be used or exchanged for energy points. Use it, Su Chun said excitedly. Level 2 Constitution Potion was very valuable. After a level 1 evolver took it, he would directly be promoted to level 2. In Su Chen's small team, other than himself and the mechanical soldier, the highest cultivation of the others was only level 1 evolver. Especially Wu Yang and Yang Lingtian, who had been level 1 evolvers for many years. Perhaps because of their low aptitude, it was very difficult to promote to level 2 evolvers. In other words, it was very likely that they would be stuck at level 1 for the rest of their lives. But with the level 2 Constitution Potion, it was different. They could promote to level 2 in minutes. Can it drop another bottle? Su Chen's thoughts moved. There was only 1 bottle of level 2 Constitution Potion, and he did not know who to distribute it to first. The best-case scenario was to drop another bottle, then he would not have to worry about it. Seeing that there were more than a dozen red fragments, he started to pick up the red fragments. Picked up Level 1 Constitution Potion, Fragment *1, 1. Fragments are full, can be used or exchanged for energy points. Use it. Su Chun did not hesitate. Level 1 Constitution Potion is not as good as Level 2 Constitution Potion. However, Chao Ran, Shi Dainiu, Shi Duoduo, and even Yang Qian could use it. After putting the Level 1 Constitution Potion into his storage bag, he continued to pick up the other red shards. Picked up Pet Potion Fragment *1, 1. The fragments are full, can be used or exchanged for energy points. However, the pet potion was not of much use to Su Chun, so he chose to exchange it for energy points. Picked up Full Attribute MP Potion, Fragment *1, 1. Full of fragments can be used or exchanged for energy points. Exchange for energy points. Picked up Stamina Recovery Potion, Fragment *1, 1. The fragments are full, can be used or exchanged for energy points. Stamina Recovery Potion was the first item dropped. As the name suggested, it was used to recover stamina. This thing could play a life-saving role in critical moments, so Su-chan chose to use it. Picked up Level 1 Constitution Potion, Fragment *1, 1-1. The fragments are full, can be used or exchanged for energy points. Use. Picked up Level 1 Mental Power Potion, Fragment *1, 1-1. The fragments are full, can be used or exchanged for energy points. Level 1 Mental Power Potion was also the first item dropped. After taking it, one could become a Level 1 Telekinesis Master. Considering that a Level 1 Telekinesis Master had no attack power, and the detection range was only about 10 meters, it was useless. Su-chan hesitated for a moment, then exchanged it for energy points. Chapter 122. The remaining red fragments were not very valuable, so they were all exchanged for energy points. Although the second bottle of Level 2 Constitution Potion was not dropped, Su-chan was not too disappointed. After all, there were still many zombies in the mine, and he had only killed a small number of them. The chances of the remaining fragments dropping were still very high. After calming himself down, Su-chan continued to pick up fragments. At this time, Yang Hao and the others came running over one after another. According to the previous arrangement, they would dig for energy stones directly without Su-chan's instructions. Su-chan picked up a black fragment and obtained a planting dimension fragment. Suddenly, he saw an orange fragment not far away. The orange fragment had never appeared before, so it was undoubtedly a new type of fragment. Su-chan suddenly moved, rushed over without hesitation, and grabbed the top. Picked up Level 5 Monster Beast Gale Thunder Black Eagle Fragment, *1, 150. The fragment is not full, so it cannot be used. Can be exchanged for energy points. No, Su-chan said directly. Although there was still a long way to go before he could gather enough Gale Thunder Black Eagles, it was still a Level 5 monster. After all, it was still a Level 5 monster, so it was needless to say how powerful it was. The mysterious heavenly continent was boundless, so there were definitely monsters above Level 5. However, Thousand Feather Island was not necessarily the same. If he could gather all the Gale Thunder Black Eagles, he would be able to do whatever he wanted on Thousand Feather Island. Of course, 50 fragments was not a small number, and the items dropped were not fixed, which undoubtedly increased the difficulty of gathering all the fragments. Can I exchange for the Doomsday Mall? Su-chan thought. Before this, the Doomsday Mall did not have an orange column, let alone a Gale Thunder Black Eagle. Thinking of this, he quickly opened the Doomsday Mall and checked it out. Soon, he found that there was an orange column on the exchange interface, and the Gale Thunder Black Eagle was also in it. When he saw that the exchange required 500 energy points, he was a little tempted. According to his estimation, if he killed all the zombies in the mine, he should be able to get around 1,000 fragments. If all of them were converted into energy points, it would be 1,000 energy points, which was enough to exchange for 2 uses of the Gale Thunder Black Eagle. However, it was obviously not worth it to exchange all the fragments for energy points, and he would not do so. On the other hand, if he only exchanged it for 500 energy points, there was a high possibility. Should I exchange or not? Su-chan was somewhat undecided. To him, the first thing he needed was the Level 3 All Attributes fragment. Exchanging for the Level 3 All Attributes fragment only required 100 energy points. Gale Thunder Black Eagle was good, but it required too many energy points. Secondly, with Su-chan's current strength, there was no existence that could threaten him for the time being. If he exchanged for the Wind Thunder Black Eagle, it would become a decoration, and there would be no real gain. After thinking about it, he decided to postpone the exchange for the Gale Thunder Black Eagle. After that, he calmed himself down and continued to pick up the shards. Picked up Planting Space Fragment *1, 3, 10. Fragment not full, cannot be used, can be exchanged for energy points. No. Picked up Level 1 Android Battle Wolf, Fragment *1, 2, 10. Fragment not full, cannot be used, can be exchanged for energy points. Exchange for energy points. Picked up Serene Pool Divine Wood, *1, 3, 10. Fragment not full, cannot be used, can be exchanged for energy stones. No. Chapter 123. After picking up the fragments, Su Chun counted the goods. This time, he picked up a total of 107 fragments. Most of them were exchanged for energy points. He already had 70 energy points. I only need 30 energy points to exchange for the Level 3 All Attributes fragment. Su Chun was shocked. Since Wu Yang and the others were still digging for energy stones, they could not attract zombies for the time being. He had nothing to do, so he helped to dig. After an hour, all the energy stones were dug out. Su Chun collected all the energy stones and installed them into the level-less Gatling gun on the intelligent chariot. Su Chun, do you still want to continue hunting? Do you want to rest for a while? Wu Yang asked. After killing thousands of zombies in one go, no matter how strong one was, one still needed to rest. Su Chun felt that it was okay. If he persevered for 1 or 2 more times, it would not be a big problem. Moreover, he had a bottle of stamina recovery potion with him. He could recover to his peak state at any time. I'll hunt again. Leave the rest to my chariot. Su Chun thought for a while and replied. The level-less Gatling gun had more than 3,000 energy stones installed. Other than the zombies above level 2 that could not be killed, killing normal zombies and level 1 zombies was as easy as cutting vegetables. That's a good idea. Wu Yang nodded. The intelligent chariot's defense was amazing. Last time it had crushed more than 200 zombies. He also thought that Su Chun would let the intelligent chariot rampage through the zombie crowd and kill the zombies in this way. Su Chun smiled and did not explain. After that, he let everyone enter the intelligent chariot, and he attracted zombies again. Following the same pattern, Su Chun threw a fireball into the mine pit, then turned and ran. Soon, a large number of zombies rushed out. It's a bit too little. Seeing that only 500 to 600 zombies were attracted this time, Su Chun shook his head. Although he was not satisfied, he still had to kill the zombies. Without waiting for the zombies to get close, he rushed forward with the enchanted sword. After a frenzied rampage, there were more than 500 zombie corpses on the ground, as well as more than 50 fragments of various colors. Let's begin. Su Chun called out to the people in the car and began to pick up the debris. Picked up Ancient God Fiend Body Fragment *1, 3, 100. The fragments are not full and cannot be used. They can be exchanged for energy points. No. The ancient God Fiend body was something that he was determined to get, so he naturally wouldn't choose to exchange for it. Picked up Level 2 Constitution Potion Fragment *1, 1, 1. The fragments are full, can be used or exchanged for energy points. Use. He had a premonition that another Level 2 Constitution Potion would drop today, but he didn't expect it to come so soon. This way, Wu Yang and Yang Lingtian could both become Level 2 evolvers. Su Chun happily put away the Level 2 Constitution Potion and sped up his looting speed. Picked up Sky Hammer Fragment *1, 1, 3. The fragments are not full and cannot be used. They can be exchanged for energy points. After hesitating for a moment, he didn't choose to exchange for energy points. Sky Hammer was a weapon fragment, so it definitely had a strong lethality. He had the enchanted sword himself, so he might not be able to use it, but he could give it to others. Especially Sherdaniu, the big guy who was absolutely majestic with a sledgehammer in his hand. I'll leave Sky Hammer to Daniu. Su Chun made a decision and grabbed the third fragment. Picked up Netherworld Dagger Fragment *1, 1, 3. The fragments are not full and cannot be used. They can be exchanged for energy points. No. Since he could use the weapon fragments, he kept them. Chapter 124. The fourth one was a fragment of the bread tree seed, which Su Chen directly exchanged for energy points. The fifth one was a fragment of the serene pool divine wood, which he chose to keep. The sixth one was a new type of potion, the berserk potion. The feedback was that after taking the berserk potion, the strength of the evolver could increase by 1 level for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, the user would fall into a period of weakness. This thing had advantages and disadvantages, so Su Chen thought for a moment and decided to keep it. The items that dropped next weren't very valuable. They were all exchanged for energy points. Su Chen opened the Doomsday Mall, and when he saw that the energy points had reached 110 points, the corners of his mouth rose. Then, he spent 100 energy points to exchange for a fragment of the level 3 all attributes. After the exchange was successful, the Evolver, Spellcaster, and Telekinesis Master levels naturally reached level 3. With the promotion of his level, his strength increased exponentially, and he was confident that he could kill a level 4 Evolver. There might be a level 4 Evolver in Xinyu Island, but the number would certainly not be too many. As a result, he was almost invincible in Xinyu Island. Later, after Wu Yang and the others finished digging the energy stones, Su Chen struck while the iron was hot and continued to attract zombies. Relying on his soaring strength, this time he attracted more than 2,000 zombies. Isn't this too crazy? Didn't he say that he wanted to rest? Seeing the tide of zombies coming, Wu Yang clicked his tongue and secretly worried for Su Chen. Captain Wu, there are too many zombies this time. Why don't we help Su Chen? Tan Lin was a little worried. Let's see the situation first. Wu Yang narrowed his eyes and replied. He still knew Su Chen very well. If he was not sure, Su Chen would not do this. So he decided to wait and see. Soon, a black mass of zombies rolled toward Su Chen. The people in the car suddenly became nervous. They stared at Su Chen. At this moment, Su Chen made a move. He slashed out with his saber. With a thunderous roar, a sea of thunder and lightning suddenly appeared in front of the enchanted magic saber and swept forward. In an instant, hundreds of zombies were engulfed by the sea of lightning. Following a series of explosions, all of the zombies that were wrapped up were turned into nothingness. Not even their bones were left behind. After one slash, the area 50 meters in front of Su Chen became a strange vacuum. Other than the charred ground and the sparkling fragments, there was nothing else. Even the energy stones had evaporated. This is too exaggerated. Chao Rant's eyes widened. Other than shock, there was nothing else on his face. The others were equally shocked. Killing hundreds of zombies with one slash, they didn't know how to describe the power of this slash. Su Chen can't be a level 4 evolver, right? Wu Yang murmured. I'm afraid that even a level 4 evolver wouldn't have such a powerful killing move. Yang Lingtian took a deep breath. Tan Lin and Yang Qian looked at Su Chen in a daze. Their hearts were beating fast, and their beautiful eyes were shining brightly. Not bad. Su Chen sighed softly. The slash just now was infused with thunder magic, and the thunder magic was fused with thunder of desolation. Could be considered his strongest killing move. If it was other magic, it would not have such a shocking effect. After this slash, Su Chen was full of confidence. He was confident that he could kill a level 4 evolver. Chapter 125. The rest of the zombies were not frightened by this attack, and they continued to charge towards Su Chen. Su Chen quickly infused the enchanted sword with wind magic and slashed again. The power of wind magic was not as strong as lightning magic, but this attack was still very lethal. Close to 100 zombies were cut into pieces, and they died on the spot. When Su Chen was at level 2, he could only kill a few dozen zombies with the same attack. But when he reached level 3, he could kill 100 zombies. Because of this, he had a clear understanding of his own strength. Next, he continued to infuse magic of various elements, and every time he slashed, hundreds of zombies would die. He did not know how many times he slashed, but the ground was already covered with a thick layer of zombie corpses, and there were more than 200 shining fragments. After killing the last zombie, Su Chen stood on the spot, gasping for breath. Although he only slashed a few dozen times, every slash consumed a lot of energy. Fortunately, he had a lot of mana recovery potion on him. Otherwise, he would not be able to take it anymore. At this time, without waiting for Su Chun to call, Yang Hao and the others had already excitedly ran out of the car and started digging for energy stones. Wu Yang walked in front of Su Chun, looked at him blankly, and asked, "Su Chun, what level are you at now?" "I just reached level 3. Su Chun smiled. Although he was only level 3, the strength he displayed was not any worse than a level 4, maybe even a level higher. "You are already level 3. Wu Yang took a deep breath. Previously, when he was chatting with Yang Lingtian, he found out that Su Chun had just reached level 2 not long ago. In just a few days, Su Chun had already reached level 3. This kind of speed of advancement was like sitting on a rocket, and it was something that others could only dream of. Moreover, Wu Yang also thought that Su Chun's advancement was not just a single advancement, but an evolver, a psychic, and a telekinesis master at the same time. Even if others were to advance, it would take years of accumulation, and who knows how many difficulties and hardships they had to go through before they were lucky enough to advance. But in Su Chun's case, none of these existed. Leveling up for Su Chun was as simple as eating and drinking. He is only 17 years old. Wu Yang could not help but sigh. He thought about how he was only a level 1 evolver in his 30s, and Su Chun was only 17 years old, but he was already a level 3 evolver, level 3 psychic, and a telekinesis master. A deep sense of helplessness in his heart. Su Chun noticed that Wu Yang looked a little lonely, and a meaningful smile appeared on his face. "Captain Wu, you will soon become a level 2 evolutionary." 2 bottles of level 2 constitution potion had been dropped, and it was enough for Wu Yang and Yang Lingtian to become level 2 evolvers. However, the zombies were not finished yet, and he planned to let Wu Yang experience the taste of surprise after it was over. "I hope so." Wu Yang smiled bitterly. He thought that Su Chun was comforting him, so he did not think too much about it. Su Chun did not explain and began to pick up the fragments. Picked up, planting space, fragment *1, 4, 10. Quantity is full, cannot be used, can be exchanged for energy points. No exchange. Picked up, tomato seed, fragment *1, 1, 1. Quantity is full, can be used or exchanged for energy points. Although it was a seed-type fragment, it was the first time it appeared, so Su Chun still kept it. Picked up, level 1 mechanical soldier, fragment *1, 1, 10. Fragment is not full, cannot be used, can be exchanged for energy points. Su Chun already had a level 2 mechanical soldier, and a level 1 was not good enough, so he simply exchanged it for energy points. Chapter 126. In the remaining time, Su Chun kept picking up the fragments, and the good items and energy points that were exchanged increased. After about an hour, all the fragments were collected. During this time, he exchanged most of the fragments for energy points, and his energy points reached 160 points. Other than that, he had collected 9 fragments of plant dimension, and he only needed 1 more before he could use it. The collection of Sky Hammer was successfully completed. Sky Hammer was a golden war hammer, and it weighed 380 kilograms. It was very suitable for people with great strength, and could be said to be a perfect match for Shurdaniu. Nether Dagger was still missing 1 fragment, but it only needed 10 energy points to exchange for 1 fragment in Doomsday Shopping Center. As long as Su Chun was willing, he could collect them at any time. In addition, a few bottles of level 1 constitution potion were dropped, and there were enough to distribute. As he had killed too many zombies, it would take some time to dig out all the energy stones. Su Chun returned to the intelligent chariot and planned to rest for a while. However, when he inadvertently saw the dense red dots on the central control screen, he had an idea. "Satoshi, calculate how many zombies are there in the mine?" After the intelligent chariot was upgraded, its detection range covered 10 kilometers, and the location of those red dots was obviously in the mine. 10 seconds later, the intelligent chariot replied, "The number that can be detected is 4,178. So little? Su Chen frowned. Although there were not as many zombies in the mine as before, he estimated that there should be at least 10,000 of them. According to the intelligent chariot, the number did not match at all, because he had killed less than 4,000 zombies, and with the number that the intelligent chariot detected, there were only 8,000 of them. Where did the remaining 2,000 go? Could it be that his estimation was wrong? Or was the intelligent chariot unable to determine the exact number? With doubts in his heart, Su Chen asked, Satoshi, are you sure? Are there really only so few zombies? Master, I am unable to determine the number of zombies that are wrapped in mysterious power. There are 4,178 zombies that are not wrapped in mysterious power, the intelligent chariot explained. What is mysterious power? Su Chen raised his eyebrows. The mine up ahead is connected to another world. The passage connecting the two worlds forms a part of the power of the world, which is the mysterious power. Hearing this, Su Chen's heart skipped a beat. The mine was actually connected to another world. This was something he had never thought of before. What kind of world was it connected to? Would it be dangerous? Why would it appear on Thousand Feather Island? Were there any other passageways in the mysterious heavenly continent? The unknown world always made one's imagination run wild. At this moment, Su Chen's eyes were glued to the central control screen as his mind raced. After a long time, he exhaled a mouthful of turbid air and did not want to dwell on this matter any longer. His main task now was to kill zombies and obtain fragments. It wouldn't be too late to explore the unknown world after his strength had increased to a certain level. Chen Gu. All the energy stones have been dug out. At this moment, Yang Hao walked to Su Chen with a large pile of energy stones. Su Chen nodded and installed all the energy stones into the ungraded Gatling gun. He did not plan to hunt zombies anymore. Instead, he wanted to show the power of the intelligent chariot. After everyone returned to the vehicle, Su Chen was ready to attract zombies again. Su Chen, you should take a break. You have killed thousands of zombies continuously. Tan Lin could not bear to see him like this and advised him. Satoshi and Lil Tai will do it this time. I'm only responsible for attracting zombies. Su Chen smiled and walked out of the vehicle. Chapter 127. Just like the previous times, Su Chen walked to the edge of the pit and threw a few fireballs inside. When the zombies rushed over, he turned around and ran. He ran onto the intelligent chariot, and the zombies behind him were less than 100 meters away. Su Chen glanced and found that there were more zombies than the previous times, and said, Satoshi, calculate the number of zombies. A total of 4,187. Such a coincidence. Su Chen's heart skipped a beat. Previously, the intelligent chariot said that there were 4,187 zombies that were not covered by the power of the realm, and all of them ran out at once. He now suspected that the zombies that were covered by the power of the realm could not come out. However, he did not have time to think about it because the zombies were about to reach him. Satoshi, tear them apart. Su Chen smirked and gave the order. Yes. The intelligent chariot received the order, and the ungraded Gatling gun on the front of the chariot aimed at the zombies. In the next moment, dense gunshots were heard. Two, da-da-da. In the rain of bullets, the zombies that rushed forward fell one by one. Minced meat flew everywhere, and blood splattered everywhere. It was like hell on earth. Even the air was filled with a thick layer of red mist. Under the merciless harvest of the ungraded Gatling gun, the normal zombies were directly torn into pieces, and the level 1 zombies were also killed in one shot. The level 2 zombies that were lucky enough to survive were too few. Even if they could reach the intelligent chariot, they would be killed on the spot by the mechanical soldiers that were eyeing them covetously. Seeing the massacre in front of them, the people in the chariot were shocked. Especially Wu Yong and the others who had not seen the power of the ungraded Gatling gun. Their eyes almost popped out. Oh my God! Here comes my mother! Seeing that more than half of the zombies were killed in the blink of an eye, Wu Yang's mouth trembled. The speed of the killing was too fast. It was several times faster than Su Chen's killing speed. He even thought that even if Su Chen was an ordinary person, as long as he had the intelligent war chariot, he could still do whatever he wanted in this world. 20 minutes later, the intelligent war chariot stopped firing, and none of the zombies that rushed over survived. To be more precise, zombies that could remain intact were rare. Most of them were torn into several pieces, and their deaths were extremely miserable. From this, it could be seen how powerful the intelligent war chariot was. The moment the intelligent war chariot stopped firing, the chariot fell into a strange silence. Everyone was dumbfounded. Clearly, they had not recovered from the shock just now. Don't be in a daze. Let's do it. Su Chen reminded them and got out of the car first. At this moment, the beams of light on the ground intertwined with each other, dazzling him and causing his breathing to become heavy. Although he did not know exactly how many fragments had dropped, he estimated that there should be at least 400 fragments. Let's dig for energy ores. Yang Hao reacted and followed Su Chen out of the car. The others recovered and got out of the car one after another. Wu Yang was the last to get out of the car. When his gaze fell on Su Chen's back, he murmured, "How many trump cards does he have?" Su Chen narrowed his eyes and glanced around. He first walked towards a colorful fragment. Picked up, upgrade gem, fragment *1, 1-1. The fragment is full, can be used or exchanged for energy points. Use. There were still many things waiting to be upgraded. Su Chen naturally would not choose to exchange for energy points. You're tuning in to the Legend of the Vagabond YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.